Oh, no, it is.
And we are live, I believe.
Oh,
Are we live? I think
we
so.
are live.
How's everybody doing, ladies and gentlemen? Thank you for joining us.
Hello, hello.
We have a great night tonight. We got Triggersmart and we have Brandi and Teresa, who were 2 of the 14 lucky individuals that actually got inside the courthouse today. You gonna tell us all about it?
Hi, how are you guys? I'll tell you all the juicy
Can you
details.
hear them okay?
Yeah, I can hear them. Can you?
Will you test it out one more time?
Okay. Sorry, guys. We are at an Airbnb here in Provo.
And our internet is awful.
Our internet is giving us a
We
problem.
keep using our hotspots.
But I can hear you guys.
Okay, I think we're good. No, today was interesting. We had to get there at about 5:30 this morning. And we were like the 5th people in line?
Yep, 5th and 6th.
5th and 6th. Elizabeth Lane joined us a little bit earlier or a little bit later. Was it echoing just now?
No, it's fine.
Okay, it's fine now. And then Billy showed up as well. But yeah, we were like 5th, 6th, 7th, and 8th in line. But this one girl, she got there at like midnight?
Yeah.
And slept there. Yeah, so people are dedicated. They want to get in line because they're only allowing 14 people in, which is very different from the rest of the court hearings. Because previously, the court hearings were 75 people were allowed in, and there's only been one court hearing that I've been to where they had to cut it off after 75 people. So they're very, very strict about this one. And this one lady who's so sweet, she's an older lady. She went to the Corey Richins trial, which was the lady who poisoned her husband with fentanyl here in Utah. And she was telling us that trial, they only allowed 14 people in too. So I'm wondering if it's a Utah thing or if that's just a normal thing for big preliminary hearings and trials. Do you guys know anything about that? If like 14 is a normal thing?
Yeah.
No,
So everything.
Sorry.
Oh, go ahead.
No, you're the professional.
No, I mean, you're professional too, man. You're getting there. No, I was just going to say, yeah, 14 seems to be pretty standard in Utah from what I've seen lately, like the last couple of years. So 14 is not unheard of. It's not super low or anything. And they also have small courtrooms there at the district court. So it kind of makes sense.
Yeah, I've seen some cases
Yeah.
they only did 6, and sometimes they just go by the row. I think it varies, from state to state and depending on the case and, the profile.
How big the bench is. Yeah, so the public took up one bench, and so every day then they'll alternate. So the first bench today was the victims bench and their supporters. So they were in the front, and then whoever they put on their list to be there to support them, they were in the second row. Then it was us in the third row, the public, the 14 people, and then behind us was Tyler Robinson's family.
Mm-hmm.
And we are told to not make contact with them. We are not allowed to speak to them. Don't do that, and you will get ejected if you do. Yes.
Teresa accidentally turned around for about 0.5 seconds. And interesting, one of the officers there, was he the officer? He was kind of the one in charge of escorting us into the courtroom. His last name is Farnsworth.
Dun, dun, dun.
He was so nice, though. But yes, his name said Farnsworth on it. And I was like, oh, interesting. But
I hope he wasn't in charge of any of the cameras.
Well, Teresa turned around for literally like 0.5 seconds. And he goes, if you turn around again, I'm going to have to escort you out. We're like, oh, gosh. Okay.
Well, I turned around and it looked like Tyler's mom. She locked eyes with me, and so I smiled. So that was one time. And then at another point, somebody else, I didn't recognize this young lady. She locked eyes with me because I kind of glanced, and she locked eyes and smiled, and she actually looked kind of at me like in a weird way. And I smiled, and then the police officer came over and said, "This is your warning. If you look back at them, you're going to be ejected." So,
Wow. They let you in one time and you
really.
girls are starting trouble. No, I'm kidding.
We
Nah.
are. So in the front row, we saw Erica.
Yeah, so I actually wrote it down. So front row, it was Charlie Kirk's dad, then Charlie Kirk's mom, Erica, then two blonde girls, two younger blonde girls. And do you guys know if Erica, I actually don't know, does she have two younger sisters? I thought she only had a brother.
I'm not aware.
Yeah, I thought
Well,
she
there
had
were
one
two
sibling.
younger blonde girls sitting next to her. Then it was a younger guy, and I noticed he had a like a sheriff or a police badge on him, but he was really young. And he was sitting right next to Stacy Sheridan. So, like I said, it was Charlie Kirk's dad, Charlie Kirk's mom, Erica, two younger blonde girls, this younger guy with a police badge, Stacy Sheridan, then this man who kind of looked like Frank Turek, but it wasn't him. I don't know if it was Stacy Sheridan's husband. I'm not really sure what he looks like, but from a distance when I saw him walking in, I thought it was Frank Turek, but it wasn't. Very similar looking. Then it was two younger girls and a younger guy. Then in the second row behind them, it was, I think, what, two like lawyers, because one of them went up and talked.
The victim, it was Erica's lawyers.
Yeah. And then it was Brandon Tatum, Jack Posobiec, Graham Allen, who I didn't notice this, but Billy was like, Graham Allen keeps looking at us and rolling his eyes. And he's just like, and I didn't know, but we ended up sitting like very close behind him. And then two other guys, not sure who they were. Did you recognize those two other guys?
No.
And then it was us and the rest of the public, the 14 of us. And then behind us was Tyler Robinson's family.
Mm-hmm.
So I just looked it up. There's
Yeah.
a Sergeant Matt with one T, Farnsworth.
Farnsworth, yes.
And yep, he's with the 4th District Court in Provo. I do not see any relation to Terrell that I can find, but obviously it's not searching super deep.
Oh, so someone in the chat said Erica's sister, Erica has a sister and a niece. So maybe it was
I
them.
think so, because to Erica's right was the older woman who we'll get into later on, was consoling Erica at a point. So that was the whole setup. And the media, they have their own wristbands, a different color, and they are off in the jury box.
Well, and I noticed this actually. Jack Posobiec and Brandon Tatum come in way late, right? They don't have to get in line like we do at 5:30 in the morning. Same with the media people. They have to get, I think, in a different line or something. But Jack Posobiec had an orange wristband, which was a media wristband. But he kind of just showed up in his own car, cameras flashing at him, automatically got a wristband. But to me, that's understandable. Like, I know he is close friends with the family, so I don't think that's that weird. But yeah, a lot of people didn't think that he had a wristband or why he got in. But did you see that he had a wristband today?
I saw that.
Do you know if Brandon Tatum had one?
I didn't think he did.
I don't know if
I don't think he did.
But yeah.
But, you know, it looked like they were taking notes, so probably for their show, I'm guessing.
Yeah. I don't know if you guys noticed, but yesterday Jack Posobiec did a show, and I didn't watch all of it. I just saw a clip of it, and it was basically just saying that Tyler Robinson was laughing in the courtroom. And I'm like, really? Like, I think he was talking
I mean,
to Catherine
if I was
Nestor
Tyler
for,
Robinson, if I was Tyler Robinson and I was, the one on trial, and I saw what the prosecution was bringing yesterday, I probably would have been laughing too. But I mean, that's just me.
But it's like Catherine Nestor talks to him for 5 seconds. He smiles briefly, and Jack Posobiec makes this whole video about how Tyler's laughing in the courtroom. It's like, no, he's not laughing in the courtroom. Like, he doesn't think this is funny, you know?
Yeah,
So
I mean,
you guys-
we've seen a lot of narrative pushing where they're just trying to paint this and spin this any way they can. But what were you going to say, Teresa?
You streamed it live, right? You too?
Today?
I did not today. Triggersmart did.
Okay.
Matt,
So
you
it
want
was
to
a
give us the
short day.
breakdown?
Yeah.
Yes, it was a half day. Matt, you want to give us the breakdown of what happened today?
Not even that.
Yeah, it was short, and they cut it even more short. Technically,
Yes.
the judge was like he looked irritated. He was done. Prosecution is like, yeah, we're done. Defense has talked a little bit. They're like, yeah, fuck it, let's just cut it short. Like they were just done with it. They were over it. But basically, what happened is they had Agent Davis. Agent Davis is with SBI. That's the State Bureau of Investigation. It's like the smaller form of the FBI. He gave his entire
Brian
testimony.
Davis.
Yep, he gave his entire testimony about what happened with Tyler Robinson and everyone getting interviewed and everything initially in Washington County and moving to Utah County. He gave the timelines. He gave when he was supposedly booked versus when he was, officially in custody and that kind of stuff. And basically, the takeaway was everyone that got interviewed had one SBI agent and one FBI agent. And it seemed like this agent McBride keeps coming up.
Yeah.
And this
Mhm.
McBride agent is the one that interviewed Lance Twiggs, that people are questioning the way he interviewed him. That
Mhm.
in defense is like, it doesn't seem like it's constitutionally correct. So that's why the whole last 2 hours of today's stream was basically them arguing over that, and they still didn't come to a conclusion yet.
Well,
yeah,
I
and
one thi-
McBride's actually on the prosecution's team. He's been there the whole time.
yeah.
Now they also talked about the gun or the bullet that was found, the cartridge that was found on a different building, and Barron covered that
Mhm.
tonight. But it's the building that's behind the Losi Center, so it's even further away from Charlie. It's probably like double the distance. They found a 223, which is like an AR-15 round. They found that up there. It was intact. It was not like an empty spent round.
It was a live.
But that's
yeah,
interesting.
A live round. It was a
Mhm.
live round.
Eh, didn't they say earlier that was yesterday? They said that round was from law enforcement, and now that's
Yes.
not so sure.
Yeah.
Well, it sounded to me. Well, I mean, I guess they were just saying it's a live round, and they were in. The inference was that it was from a police officer who had
Yeah,
pulled their gun.
But yeah, we're reading our notes because we couldn't bring our laptops inside, so we had to handwrite notes. So just bear with us for a minute.
Yeah. So
But-
Tyler's interviewed. Let's see. So Brian Davis got his lines crossed. So he was saying that Tyler was interviewed by someone and the father, and he had to correct himself because he was giving the wrong names. But he was saying, let's see. Tyler's dad was interviewed by Holgren and Cox, which is FBI. And then Mike Mitchell, who is the Boy Scout leader guy friend,
The family friend, yeah.
was interviewed by Chris Terry, who is SBI, and Chris, or Smith. I didn't catch the first name, who is FBI. And then Folger, who is with the FBI, and Brian Davis, are the ones who interviewed Tyler's mom. So we had FBI. So I find this really interesting because, they've been saying the FBI was saying we're letting the state bureau take it over, all the local, but they were very hands-on in finding the gun, pointing out where the gun might be, and with the witnesses, taking the witness statements and
So
this
so
was
are you
when
saying
they
that
went
it
into
feels
turn.
like the FBI may have been handling the case, but now it's just going through a state court?
Yeah, so it seems to me that as soon as they got the witness, they got their statements, they got their evidence, then they're like, okay, well, now it's the states, because that's what they've been saying all along. But they were there, very integral in finding getting the witness statements and finding the evidence.
That is very interesting, Matt. What do you think about that?
They were also the ones holding on to the gun in Quantico. Everything went out to Quantico. And then the woman that was talking about the DNA is also from Quantico, FBI. And she's the one that couldn't answer questions. She was saying, like, the DNA is, we could run it 10 different times. We'll get 10 different results. And he's like, well, how accurate is it? She's like, well, I can take the information and I can tell who's who and that kind of stuff. And, it's completely different process if Twigs is considered just his roommate versus if Twigs is considered a suspect. So these like 95% Tyler, 5% Twig stuff, it's because it's biased by the way she put it in. And she said they told her to do it that way. She's been with them for like 10
Yeah, and she
plus
also
years.
said that it's never the same result either, which I thought was interesting. She's like, yeah, if you run it again, it's never going to be the same result. I'm like, okay.
But why not? Why
That's
not?
odd.
Like, shouldn't they bring all that data to the table? Like, if they run it 10 times, shouldn't we see all the results? Instead, they're just picking the one that says 95% Tyler?
Yeah,
when
and
they-
you would also
they-
think that. Go ahead.
No, I was going to say, because they also said that there's it was subjective as to how many people they were claiming were on the samples. Isn't that correct?
Right. Yes, because so that's what I was going to say. Is at first they concluded it was 3 DNA samples, and then they had a conversation. I think the girl that was on the stand, correct me if I'm wrong, she found 3 DNA samples, and then the other girl found 2. Then they had a conversation, and then they concluded on 2, I believe. But I want to know who the third one was.
I would like to know too.
Yeah.
You know who else I would want to know?
Maybe the
The other 3 people that
Maybe.
were allegedly in Tyler Robinson's vehicle that night. Actually, it could be 4. We don't even know if Tyler himself was in that car, right?
You're
Right.
talking about
Exactly.
the bald guy driving with the 3 people in the car?
Yes.
That was so weird.
And we don't even know if one of those other 3 individuals was Tyler Robinson himself.
No.
Well, did you watch tonight? Did you guys watch Baron? Like in chat, did
No.
you guys watch Baron tonight?
We
Put
turned
a
them
1 if you
on,
watch
but we
Baron.
have not watched all of it.
Well, he was showing the vehicle. He was showing Tyler's car. If you look in Tyler's driveway, the vehicle had a very specific kind of scoop and a very specific, it had a license plate like carrier on it, right? And then you look at the video that they're showing this supposedly Tyler driving out of the parking garage, and there's no license plate holder, and it's a completely different kind of scoop on the front of it. It looks like a completely different car.
Really?
I mean, it's a Challenger, but it's not his Challenger.
Oh. That's interesting.
Interesting.
Yeah.
You know what? Hold on, let me find this. I'll put this right here. Did you guys see, Brandi, I think you saw, Matt, did you see what I posted on X earlier?
Oh, about the shoes. Can you explain that? We were like trying to set up everything. We were playing Baron. We were running around the house trying to get the internet to work, so I didn't fully get to watch it. Do you want to explain what you were
Let's see a
trying
clip.
to show?
I have
Yeah,
a
do you want to show it?
30-second. I have a 30-second clip, and you guys could see and just tell me if you guys see something or if I'm crazy. And Matt, I even text you that I should have asked you before I posted this in case it is nothing. But just take a look at this. Now, this is when Tyler Robinson is leaving his car. Look at the way he's glitching out like this, and not only that,
Yeah.
but it's like his feet are glowing white. I can't
It
explain
looks like he's wearing go-go boots from Austin Powers.
Well, it's not just that. There's a glow around his feet when he takes a step. Like it follows him. It's like a little bit of light that's like coming from his feet. And you know, I was trying to see the timestamp. You know, somebody had asked me, like, try to see what time, you know, if you could see the time. And I'm like analyzing the video. And I mean, this is just 30-second clip, but there was 2 other girls walking. And I was just pause and play. And the other girls, it was fine. There was like a little bit of motion blur, but it was like nothing abnormal. But then with Tyler, it like really was completely glitching out. And I'm like, oh my God, is there a chance that this is AI? But you guys see this? That there's like a white glow around his feet. You know, like I said, I'm sure there's a rational explanation. Like, see how
Based on
but
the
if
angle,
there is, I would like
if-
somebody to tell me. Huh?
If you pause that real quick, I mean, if you just look at the shadows, it's probably just the sun hit his shoes. I mean, look at the shadow direction
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
I noticed the shadow, but what is this
and the bright
white?
sun on the ground right there. I mean, it looks like it's just bouncing off. If you look at his legs, his jeans are glowing too. The sun's hitting them. I wouldn't look too much into that.
I just thought it was so weird.
Yeah, because he's supposed to be wearing shorts at this point, right? And is it just like the light or a reflection?
Well, no, he's wearing shorts here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's reflecting off his legs. It's reflecting off the ground. You can see the shadow direction from the sun coming from the side.
But you see what I mean about how glitchy it looks?
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's highly compressed. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, like I said, there was other. If you look at the longer, I'll pull it down. But if you look at the longer video,
Well,
there's
look at the
other
link I
girls
just sent
walking
you.
by.
Look at the
pull
link
it
that I
to
sent
you.
you in the private chat. That's Baron talking about the vehicle. It's a clip from X. But Brandi and Teresa, while we're doing that, I want to hear about like how was it emotionally inside the courtroom? Like you said, Erica was consoled at one point and that kind of stuff. So like what was actually happening on a deeper level in the courtroom between the different people? You said people were looking at you, giving you like rolling their eyes and stuff. So give us some more information about that.
Yeah. So at one point, Novak it got a little intense. He actually talked to the judge a little bit sassy, and the judge clapped back at a point at him. But at this certain point when they were talking about, so what they were arguing near the end, or for the last, what was it, 2 hours that we were there, three
We were
and a
there-
half hours. What? For the
One
last
to 5
Ye-
or
three, 4.
1 to 4:30.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They were arguing about whether to show the public, whether to show footage, video or audio, to let us hear that. So they were arguing that, and so the attorney for the media got up. So we've got the attorney for the victim, Erica Kirk. We've got the attorney who is fighting for all of this to be out in the open, which is the media attorney. And so the attorneys are arguing back and forth. The prosecutors want all of this out. They're saying we want it transparent. We want everything out there. And the defense is saying we don't want them to hear this audio. We don't want them to see this video, because the prosecution says that Tyler Robinson confessed, and that is not what happened. What they're saying happened is that Lance Twigg gave his statement. They interviewed him twice. He gave his statement, and the person taking the statement was leading him. So he was
Ryan
basically
McBride.
he was leading him,
Yeah.
telling him this is what happened. This is what happened. So it's very leading, and the prosecution is saying this is Tyler Robinson's confession, but it didn't come from Tyler Robinson. It's hearsay. It came from Twigs. Tyler Robinson said this. So this is why the defense doesn't want us to hear it. The prosecution at a point says, but we want this out because when we don't put it out, when we're not transparent, then the public gets upset. They think we're lying. They feel like we're being dishonest and withholding things. And so that it was at that point that Erica Kirk started to cry. If it was her sister next to her, she offered her a tissue, and at one point she leaned on Charlie's mom's shoulder. She leaned
And we were sitting right behind Erica. Like, so we were 2 rows back, but we were like directly
Right
behind her. So I could see it's like Charlie's mom, I'm Erica. Erica's like crying like this. But so what she's saying, and to piggyback off of it, is Ryan McBride, basically what I'm getting from the conversation is that he was saying, Lance, so this is what happened, right? So Tyler did this. This is what happened, right? And he's like, yes, that's what I'm getting from it. And so the defense is saying this isn't fair because this is not an actual statement from Lance. This is Ryan McBride telling Lance what happened and being like, this is what happened, right? And he's like,
wink,
mm-hmm, yeah. And so I understand why they don't want this to be evidence, because it's like manipulation in a way, in my opinion. I mean, we haven't heard it yet, but that's what it sounds like. That's why it sounds like they don't want this to be presented in court, because, I mean, let's think about this. Lance gave a statement in September, right? Why does he have to give a new statement in April? Why? And interesting enough, Lance's family has accumulated a lot of money recently. They bought a charity. They bought multiple LLCs. They moved to a different state. And I have spoken to a member of Lance Twigg's family, not his immediate, like not his parents or anything, but another member of his family who has told me that they think that Lance's mother is very money hungry. Lance is a problem child. They are not the type of people that want to help people. So them making a charity, this family member that I've spoken to thought it was very bizarre that they made a charity, thought it was weird that they moved out of state, that they acquired all these companies. Even his own family member, who I'm somewhat close with now, we text, we talk on the phone, they think it's very odd. Very, very odd. They also do not believe that Tyler acted alone. They also think Lance is involved. They think this whole thing is very suspicious. And this person said verbatim, this is disgusting. This is weird. This is not normal. And so in my opinion, I think maybe they were given money for Lance to make a statement that fits their narrative. In my opinion.
I mean, I wouldn't. Okay, well, here's my take. If you get a job with the FBI or in government or anywhere where you're going to be with like high-ranking government officials, they're going to do background checks. They're going to talk to your family. They're going to like take all these precautionary measures. Now, Charlie Kirk was a friend of the President of the United States. The fact that he was assassinated allegedly by Tyler Robinson and that Lance Twiggs was his roommate and that he was interviewed and not interrogated, would you guys agree that there's a very big difference between those two words, being interviewed and being interrogated?
Yeah.
He wasn't even. They don't even call it an interview. It's a complete leading into answers.
Lance should be in
my point
custody,
is
in my
he was
opinion.
never brought in. Tyler Robinson turned himself in,
Yeah.
and then that's it. All of a sudden, Lance Twiggs is the star witness, and you've got these Discord messages with Tyler giving a full confession, basically saying "save yourself." And now Tyler's family
He wasn't
is
treated
saying,
like a
"Yeah, that's
criminal."
not what happened." And Lance's family is walking away with a big bag of cash. And now we're finding out
Yeah,
all
he
these other
wasn't-
anomalies, that there were multiple people in the car. And I know Barron brought it up today, but there's 55 minutes missing from when Tyler Robinson allegedly showed up to UVU and then got back in the car and left. We already know, it's on the record, that he had interactions with at least one individual from TPUSA. How long was that interaction? Who was he
Right.
talking
And like
to?
who?
What was he doing?
Exactly. No
Yes.
clue.
Matt, you want to make
Yes.
you got a take on this?
No, I don't. I'm just looking at. I'm looking up stuff on X right now. I'm doing some researching to see how the Tweaks family made their money before all this happened.
That's a good idea. Don't worry, I'll keep going. I just didn't want to hog all the glory, or I'll let the girls keep. No, but seriously, like I'm trying to make light of this.
Yeah.
But it really, it's just terrible. It's terrible for our country. It's terrible for this is not how the system is supposed to work. And the FBI and our government has a history of this. Like, we know that when Martin Luther King was assassinated, that it came out later that he was being harassed and blackmailed by the FBI. We know that when JFK was assassinated, that we didn't get the whole story and they were trying to sell us a magic bullet, just like they're trying to do now with Charlie Kirk. It's like, and now
Mhm.
the majority, like, this isn't like with JFK either, where the majority of the public was taking the narrative and accepting it because, back then all you really had was the newspaper and a couple channels on the TV. Like, now with the internet, social media, AI, the majority of the public, the vast majority of the public knows that the narrative is bullshit and people want answers. And, like, they're just still trying to shove this down our throats.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So when they were talking about back to when Erica started crying, so if it was her sister that was on her right, the sister put her arm around her, and then closer to the end, then Erica leaned into the mom. Now, the way they appeared to me when we came in that second time is they were Charlie Kirk's mom, Catherine, is it, I think, Catherine Smith, was talking to Erica, and they didn't seem distant. They seemed like they were together. The mom's body language, she was, her head was tilted in toward Erica. Her shoulder was down more toward Erica. Her husband was on the left.
People are saying they can barely hear you. Maybe
Okay.
turn on the cover.
So,
Sorry.
yeah, Robert was to Catherine's left, and so she was leaning closer in to toward Erica. So the body language there didn't seem like there was any love, that it didn't seem that they were distant from each other. They did seem in support of one another, or
Yeah, to be
together.
completely honest, it does seem like Charlie's mother and Erica are not on bad terms. I know they don't walk in together, they don't show up together, but there does not seem to be any weird vibes between them, and I just want to state that.
Yeah.
Because before, when we were not inside the courtroom, I did have a source who we met in line. She's an older lady. She's very sweet, but I don't really think when we first met her, I thought she knew everything about the case, because she's like, yeah, I go to every single trial I can go to. I take notes. So I trusted her, especially her sitting in the courtroom. And she's like, yeah, I have eyes on Erica. Erica's not sitting with Charlie's parents. And so I was like, okay. So I reported that. Then she calls me. She goes, oh, I made a mistake. Actually, she was sitting next to Charlie's parents. And I was like, okay, no worries. And then to see it for myself,
Yeah.
it does seem like they are close. But Candace has also stated that Charlie's parents are very out of the media, out of the spotlight. I don't think that they're following all the conspiracy theories. You know, I don't think that they know all of the things about Erica's past. I just don't see them as those type of people that sit on YouTube all day and listen to all these conspiracy theories. I'm sure she was the Erica that Charlie knew, and so they probably look at her like Charlie did for a majority of their marriage. You know, that's kind of the vibe that I'm getting from them. They just seem like very private, quiet people, but they do seem like, I wouldn't say they seem like they're close, but
Yeah.
but it seems like they like her,
Yeah.
or at least they
were
trust her.
They were seeming, yeah, and they were seemingly to whisper to each other about things. So, yeah, it didn't seem like they were on the outs or fighting or anything like that
So,
for sure.
so you think the whole idea that they didn't have a relationship and they weren't close, and that his parents and Erica aren't like cool with each other and that kind of stuff? That's all debunked?
I wouldn't say that they're close. I don't think that they're close, especially because Charlie never really talked about his parents. They never went to any turning point events. They were not public people. I don't know this for a fact, but to me, it seems like maybe they saw them a couple times a year, maybe, talked on the phone every once in a while. I could be so wrong, but it doesn't seem like they were that close. But in this moment of such tragedy, it seems like they're sitting next to each other,
Supportive, yeah.
trying to support each other. I don't think that his parents know everything that we know, is what I'm trying to say. And it's probably a lot for them because they seem like very quiet, private people. I don't think that they like getting out of the car and all the cameras flashing them. Like when I take videos of them, I try to be very low key and stand in the back. I'm not like in their face or anything. Just what a tragic time for them, you know?
Yeah, I mean, think about it.
I just feel so bad for them.
They lost a child, and
Yeah.
I'm sure Trump, among others, like gave them assurances, like, listen, we got the guy, don't worry. It's gonna be a media circus. Like, just don't even listen. Don't, grieve, do what you gotta do, ignore the noise. It's gonna be okay.
I sort of had an epiphany today, if you call it that, but in that same vein is thinking about Tyler Robinson's family. For some reason, I always thought, man, are they really mad at Eric? I guess I just had this assumption, sort of, this undertone of they're mad at Erica for, going after Tyler and trying to get, Tyler, and the death penalty and all that. That's what I imagined in my mind. But then as I was sitting there listening today, I thought, wow, I wonder if they actually feel some sort of compassion, because when it's all said and done, they lost Charlie. And, if you think about if your son, if your family member had played a part, whether he was directly or indirectly involved, or was an accomplice in some sort of way, but your family member was in some sort of way responsible for that, then I could imagine maybe they'd have some compassion for Erica, Charlie's parents. Who knows what Tyler's parents believe? I don't know if they believe he was involved in some kind of way. But yeah, that was the first time I had that thought, and I was like, oh wow.
Well,
I mean,
I can tell
think-
you. Go ahead.
No, you go.
Okay. Speaking with one of Lance's family members, I'm not going to say who, but like I said, I've talked to this person quite a bit. They think Erica is sketchy, and they think Turning Point is sketchy, and they don't think that Tyler did it per se. They think Tyler and Lance were involved, but not in the way that Tyler is the one that assassinated Charlie. But based off of things that they've, learned about Tyler and Lance, they find Erica to be odd and sketchy in this whole situation.
I have spoken
And
to
so-
multiple people from TPUSA that work, and they have said the same thing. They say that Charlie was in love with Erica, That not that not that they, you know, are going to say that it wasn't reciprocated, but it wasn't obvious whether or not she did. And that, you know, there are certain individuals that have been under the fire and put under the flames since Charlie was assassinated that they think don't deserve it, that they were good people that genuinely cared about Charlie, that there are other people that are probably just towing the party line, you know, because they could be afraid themselves and not even in the know. Like they know that the narrative's not right, but they don't know what happened and they're just keeping out of trouble. And that there are some individuals there that are shady and that, you know, a follow the money type deal, that they wouldn't be surprised if you found a lot of sketchy things with certain individuals.
Well, did you guys ever see my first live video I ever did with Billy on my old podcast where we interviewed this guy named Josh Peterson, who was an ex-TPUSA employee?
No, I
And-
didn't see that one.
Okay. Well, he said that they, you know, took all the new TPUSA employees out to this bar. And I used to live in Arizona. This is an 18 plus place. So you're allowed to go if you're 18, but they do sell alcohol there. They were getting the kids that were underage alcohol. Allegedly, this is what I was told. And he said that there were people that were from Israel that worked for TPUSA and were asking people how they feel about Israel. And we're trying to kind of manipulate them. And so kind of just like from the beginning, he said it just seemed like this company was very much into manipulating the employees for a certain agenda. And
Is that the
so-
one that referenced a elected official that he didn't want to name? That was affiliated in part of the pros IO pressuring. Yeah, I think I know what you're talking about. I did some research and I got it down to three
I
names, which
I
I'm
don't
not
want
gonna
to say
now, but-
yes. I wouldn't be surprised, but this was a while ago, so I can't confirm. But I don't know. I used to want to work for Turning Point USA. I actually almost quit my job, and I actually went through the interview process when I lived in Arizona, and I'm really glad I didn't. Because can you imagine what if I used to work for them and I had to sign like an NDA or something? But it just seems like Charlie didn't know a lot of what was going on behind the scenes. And he seems like, I mean, he was a smart guy, but it seems like there was a lot going on where he was kind of maybe being manipulated or things were just going on that he wasn't aware of. And in my opinion, it seems like Erica was one of those things that he was fooled by.
Well, there was a very clear uptick in their revenue and donations once Erica got on board. Like that's well documented. Their donations, I don't want to say went into the stratosphere, but they did multiply.
Yeah.
Let me cover the Twigs situation real quick. Can you share my screen?
Hold up. Yep.
Okay, so this is what I found. There's one thing that's kind of sketchy. So if anyone's really good with the registrations and things like that in your chat, even like American Discourse News, if you can look into this a little bit further. But it looks like Amy, she's an insurance agent. She does multiple different businesses. She also has something called like a gymnastics coaching thing, a flipping awesome gym. So it looks like they have like entrepreneurial spirit. So I know a lot of people were like, well, they have 8 new LLCs. That kind of seems to be what they do. Like they just have a bunch of little different businesses and stuff. Tyler Twigs.
But how
the
new
father,
are those?
That's what I'm looking. We're getting to that. So Tyler Twigs, 6.1 million in total transaction revenue for houses he sold. And then they have a bunch of charitable businesses and stuff. But I started digging into this, and they have this entity here, Faith and Family Foundation. And when I came to the site, there's not really much here. It's just like a page that has a couple of random things and then the contact, which is, you know, I mean, they're in Utah, but this kind of seems kind of like those LLCs that are like kind of like shell companies for other stuff. You know, it just seems like it's just this random thing sitting here. So I went to Whois, and this searches the domain. When I went to the domain, it was created in January of 2026. That's when this domain was registered. So whatever this is must be newer, or at least the website's newer. But the thing is interesting is it's registered in Reykjavik. That's the mailing address. Reykjavik is in Iceland. It's
And they're
very,
really-
very
that's
weird.
random.
Iceland.
Interesting.
Oh, yeah, that's exactly the word. Very, very interesting.
And that's just like a quick search, but I thought it's kind of interesting there. And that's just one business. They have like seven LLCs, but they seem to be new. They seem to be like January, like at least after stuff happened, basically.
So I'm not
I don't know.
gonna read all of this, but I'm just looking at some of my text messages, and this is not a secret, but Lance's mom is named Amy, and this text I have says Amy's always been about money and capitalizing on anything she can. I can understand trying to protect other children and your finances, but the charity, disgusting. Anyone who knows her knows she's the last person to support families around the world. In my opinion, it's a way to hide money.
There we go. That lines up, and they're sending it to Iceland.
And this person said they recently started making a lot of money selling insurance and real estate, but they don't have wealth.
What was interesting to me too to find out is that Lance Twiggs, has, he struck a deal so that he had use of immunity. So anything that he says in that interview, in those statements will not be used against him. He can't be prosecuted for that. Now, anything outside of that, he can if there's something else that comes up. But also, I had always wondered, well, why did the judge say that Twiggs doesn't have to be there for cross-examination? They're just using his statements. We'll come to find out today, part of that deal, it sounds like, was that he did not have to show up. Because he gave his statement, his interview, they told him if he did that, he wouldn't have to show up at the preliminary hearing. So
Teresa,
that
just real quick, everyone's asking if you could turn your mic up a little bit. Brandy, yours is good.
Yeah, can you?
But hers is low.
Teresa also has a very soft voice. You should have heard him on the X Spaces last night. There was a little good cop, bad cop going on with Blake Neff.
Well, I was. How's that, guys? Is that better?
Brandy, can you talk
real
quick?
I can get really close.
That's better.
Hello.
That's much better.
Hello.
Is this better?
I'm
right on the microphone. I will eat the mic. Okay.
Well, you don't got to go that far.
We're in a dungeon Airbnb. Just kidding. This place is kind of cool.
It's an industrial style. So somebody on yours, Triggersmart or Matt, they said blink if you need help. It looks like you're in a dungeon. So we tried to make it look less dungeony today. But that was really interesting to me. The deal.
I just got a tip regarding the car. Shout out to F. Chucky. He says the difference on the front spoiler on Tyler's car. Tyler's is a 6-cylinder basic. The pick Baron showed on tonight's show is an 8-cylinder with the Scat Pack. There's a huge difference in trim package and horsepower.
Thanks for that.
Yeah, thank you very much.
It just helps reinforce what he's thinking.
And again, this goes back to what I was saying earlier about we live in a different day and age, like between social media, the internet, AI, people having more interest and wanting to stop the corruption in our government. There are more and more people every day getting involved, and not everybody has to get in front of a camera. You could literally, like, if you're a specialist in something, you could see one detail and send that tip to the right person, and it can make all the difference in the world. And it can make all the difference in this case.
Yes.
You guys want to play that clip from Baron that Matt was talking about earlier?
The car clip?
Yeah, let's check it out.
Let's see it.
Is this from today?
Now I want to look at his car.
Yeah.
Let's see our humble
look at his car. I want you to take a good, close look at this car.
Welcome.
And tell me, am I seeing things?
And do you believe you
can hear it?
I'm represented
here now?
He returns on foot back to the same vehicle.
And what time is he returning back to the vehicle?
That's weird. It's playing.
It's about 9:25 a.m.
All right, here he comes. Let's scoot forward just a little bit.
It's a short walk from the amphitheater.
What do we see now?
Look, take a look at the front of that car. Take a good look at the front of that car. I'm gonna let it roll forward, but take a good look.
That's the vehicle.
See the front of that car right there?
Yeah,
Do
we
you
see it.
a license plate holder on that car? I'm looking for a license plate holder. I see none. Again, I might be seeing things, but I think in light of all the other trickery that appears to be at foot, we need to look a little more closely at the car that we know is Tyler Robinson's because it was towed away from his mom's house. See the license plate holder right there?
Totally different scoop.
Not getting nothing past
Do you
Baron.
see the license plate holder here? And does that front spoiler look the same to you?
Is that a shadow or is it?
No,
It
no, it's
looks.
totally different kind of front.
It just looks like a
different
different
car.
car.
Someone's
May not.
saying Hellcat, no sunroof.
But I think if we're trying to place Tyler Robinson there, rather than just say, "Hey, we were going based on the description of the vehicle," then the vehicle ought to be awfully identical. There needs to be no difference in the vehicle. You should be able to see the license plate holder. That spoiler, that front spoiler, shouldn't stick out so far. It looks like I don't know. Maybe that's just an artifact of the way the video footage is cut. I don't know the angle, but I see no license plate holder, and that front spoiler looks fundamentally different. I've long suspected there was more than one person walking around that they're saying is Tyler Robinson every time, and I've also long suspected that there was more than one Dodge Challenger driving around, and I don't know if that's evidence of it or not. It looks like it to me.
Should I keep it going?
Is
No, I
there
think
more?
that's the gist of it.
Is there?
Yeah, that's the gist of it. Yeah, I didn't even I didn't know that. I didn't catch that part of the show today. I was in and out trying to get ready for tonight too. But from what I saw, he was crushing it. Baron had a
I'm
little
sure
extra
he
pep in his
was,
step.
per
He had a
usual.
little extra pep in his step tonight, and I don't blame him. But yeah, I mean, listen, all the footage, and the worst part is all the promises that they made. Like, how many times did they tell us they got the guy? It's an open and shut case. Like they were like kind of brushing us off at the idea that it could be something else. And now, months later, now that we're here, and now that we're in the third day of the preliminary hearing, and it's clear that there's some sort of conspiracy. I mean, come on, you don't even have has there been one clear image of Tyler Robinson's face at UVU?
No.
Has there
not
been one clear image of a
No.
weapon?
Nope.
And we
Not
now
one.
know they don't have footage of anybody firing the shot. You see a guy running
And
on
do you guys
the roof.
remember that? They were like, we have footage of Tyler Robinson taking the shot. I think even Turning Point USA said that. They're like, oh, you just wait for the preliminary hearing. We have footage of him taking the shot. And then
the
they
only
go
evidence
on the
is a
record
bullet.
saying, no, we don't.
The only evidence is a bullet on a different roof that may or may not be connected to law enforcement.
Yeah.
Like, what are we even talking about here? What are we even talking about?
Well, I
Yeah.
think they're hanging a lot on the Twigs statements.
Does anybody realize
Which
that-
oh my gosh. Okay, so I mean, we weren't sworn to not say this.
What?
I mean, we were in the courtroom. We
Yeah.
saw like the lawyers' laptops.
Mhm.
We weren't supposed to see it, but we could see it.
Mm-hmm.
Are we legally?
Do we
allowed
have an
to say that?
exclusive?
I wouldn't
Yeah,
say
yeah,
that.
you don't
I
wanna-
wouldn't
you
say
don't
that
wanna-
or share that or talk about it at all.
Yeah, you don't want to.
You don't want that getting out. You don't want that being widely known.
Okay, well, it's nothing crazy. There was redacted stuff on the laptops, and I don't know what I'm supposed to say. This is my first hearing, like trial. It's not trial, but first hearing I've ever been to. But there was a lot of and they said this, that there's a lot of redacted information. Yeah, I don't know what I'm supposed to say.
Anyway,
I'm supposed to
as
say.
I was
We'll
saying,
pass on that.
There's a
one.
lot of redacted information. Okay, that's all I'm gonna say.
well, I mean,
All right.
it's typical with, you know, this justice system. Just look at the files. What were we gonna say, Matt?
If you guys lose me, we have a huge thunderstorm starting. But can you share my screen real quick again?
Yeah, of course.
Someone goes, Triggersmart put his dad voice on.
Don't do that. You'll get us kicked out.
And I started with my chest. All right, so this is Tyler's car, and you can see that this bumper doesn't go out past the main here, right? Like this little spoiler doesn't go out past the bumper, and then you have this here. Now, if
Yeah,
you
that
look
other
at
one, the bottom, it looked like it was sticking
here's
out.
the other one. You can clearly see it looks like he's gonna like shovel snow.
That's a completely different
Yeah.
car.
It looks like a full body kit, and there's definitely no license plate thing there.
Mhm.
So unless he added this here purposefully to try to make it seem like a different vehicle or something, which could happen, I guess technically, it's not the same vehicle. So just wanted to show that.
It's not the same vehicle. And I don't even think it's the same person. Like that guy walking up the steps, that does not look like Tyler Robinson. I don't know what they're
Well,
talking about.
speaking of walking up
No,
the
it's not even the
steps,
same face. If you zoom in on the face and then Tyler's
so
face,
different.
it's such a it's a different chin. It's yeah.
And did anyone
In my
notice?
opinion.
Shout out to Ian Carroll. He had a great breakdown video that he put out last night. If you haven't watched it, you got to check it out. And he points out
We should
that
watch that later.
he limps with different legs.
Yes.
He switches
He
his
also
foot.
puts his, yeah.
At first, he's like believing it too. He's like, well, he's limping, and then he's like, wait a minute, is he limping with his other leg now?
Yes. No, yes. He started limping and then it looked like he stalled and like forgot which leg he was supposed to limp with and then limp with the wrong leg. In my opinion,
also
this
puts
is all
his-
allegedly my opinion. This is my opinion,
He
but it
also
does
puts
look
his
like
phone in
he
different
switched
pockets
legs.
too.
Yes, he puts his phone in different pockets, which does make a difference. I think anybody who, carries around their cell phone, which is most of us, would know that you're normally putting it in the same pocket.
Yeah. So speaking of walking in the staircase.
Yeah, we
so,
did that.
Yeah. So yesterday, Brandi and I went with Diligent Denizen on X, and we helped do some measuring of that tunnel where reenacting that picture. Can you pull up Diligent Denizen? He made a post about it. And there's a video that we helped him.
Yeah, so Diligent is what,
10 and a half.
Yeah, 10 and a half, we'll say. We measured exactly 5'10", which is as tall as Tyler Robinson is. Put tape on there, exactly where he walked in the stairwell. And I just have to make a note here. So the camera angles from above, so it makes you look shorter than you actually are because of the height of the camera angle. And based on that, we did it multiple times. We wanted to get it perfect. Made sure the footing position was correct and everything.
Oh.
It seems like the person that was in the video that was allegedly Tyler Robinson is taller.
Yeah.
Is taller than what Tyler Robinson's actual height is.
Yeah. So on the right of your screen where it says 5'11", go back. Okay. So right there, you see there's a blue strip of tape across the wall where Dill is standing. And at the top edge of that tape is measured at 5'10".
Did you
Yeah,
call
and
him
I took-
Bill?
Dill, like
yeah.
pickle.
Yeah. We're like, hey, what's your real name? He's like, Dill. Like, ooh, you're secret.
You're secretive.
Yeah. So the top edge of that tape is measured at 5 foot 10 inches. So we tried to get as close to the same stance and same distance away from that corner of the wall so that we could see what could possibly be a difference in the heights.
Yeah.
But yeah, Brandy's right. The angle of and the location, the position of the UVU cameras does make it. We were surprised because it makes you look a lot shorter.
Yeah,
actually.
because I was like, "What? This doesn't make any sense." And I'm like, "Oh, well, yeah, the camera angle's pointing down." So, and we measured Dill too, and made sure it
bet
was
you
5'10" exact. What does that mean?
What? I don't even know.
Triggersmart's talking to
the
Degs too
hell?
much.
Oh my gosh.
This is the late night show.
What happened to straight lace Matt?
It's late. It's like 10
This
o'clock.
is a big change from yesterday when you had your trigger finger on the mute button
mute
during the preliminary. He gave me the pep talk. He's like, Bays, I know you like to rant. I know how you are. He's like, but we got to be serious today. I'm like, yeah, bro, I got you. Don't worry. And I was on my best behavior. I didn't even.
People are
curse
asking in the
one
chat, did we put the
time.
tape there? Yes, we put. I measured exactly 5'10". We put the tape there.
Yeah.
Can you zoom into that?
Oh shit! Come on. Man.
Is it a video or image or what?
So it's a video. I do have images though. We got some still shots.
I can take a.
And-
But we made sure this was precisely accurate. I'm not kidding. We did this 5 different
Oh,
times.
what'd I do? I hit the wrong button.
Diligence on YouTube
No, I
too, by
didn't.
the way.
I lied. You know what? I probably should have done this first. Let me just take this down. Yeah, I'm usually not the host. I'm not like the tech guy. Just so everybody knows. My followers know.
Can you pull it up, Matt, on X? Were you
On
trying to
X?
zoom in and you couldn't?
Oh no, I was just taking a screenshot of it.
Oh, okay.
It's on Teresa or Brandy?
It's on Diligent Denizen.
I reposted it,
Oh, yeah,
but
that's
yeah,
right.
it's on his.
So we spent a good hour there. We ran into Blake Bednar's, by the way. We were
That
walking.
was so funny.
We
Oh
were
really?
walking
Oh, that must have
in,
been
yeah.
great.
He's on a what was the thing? that
Okay,
he's
so
on?
we were walking. It was me and her were kind of getting all like emotional. We're like, because I was just like, wow, this is actually really heavy. And then we see this guy on not a hoverboard. What are those things? It's like on one wheel and it goes like this.
Just called a
And-
one wheel.
Okay, well,
okay, that
some guy comes going by and he was like looking at us and I'm like, that looks like Blake. And I'm like, whatever, I'm just gonna yell Blake. And I'm like, Blake. And he's like, I thought it was you guys.
He was
I just wanted to
acting
see
like
if
he
you were
didn't
gonna
see us,
recognize
yeah.
me.
he was
And
trying
then
Yeah,
he
to.
that
rolls
is
back
so funny.
around and I had never met Blake in person, but we're like, hey, what's up? And then Kelly Raybon ended up being there too.
Yeah,
And then so all 5 of us were kind of hanging out for a minute. And then Kelly and Blake left to go do something else. And then me and Diligent and Teresa did this whole measurement thing.
we recorded I think 3 or 4 times
Like
to
4
that good
or
too?
try to
5.
get the position right.
Yeah.
Is that zoomed enough for you, ladies?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, there's a clear difference there. Yeah. I
So
mean,
is-
listen.
So wait. So that's supposed to be the same corner?
It's the
Yes.
exact same corner.
Okay,
Yeah.
because the way it's set up there, it doesn't really show what you're trying to show.
What do you
Let me
mean
see
it's
if I
the
can do
same
a li-
corner?
Yeah, but it's not the same
There-
angle. It's a fisheye lens. There's differences, but
Yeah.
Well, obviously it's
I
a
mean-
security camera versus a phone camera.
An
But we
iPhone
put
or
we
whatever.
put it on a tripod and put it exactly where the camera was.
Yeah. We were holding it as steady as we could.
We literally tried this 5 different times and we were trying to get it as accurate as possible, but sorry, my dog's
Yeah.
barking.
So that gives you an idea.
Interesting. So,
But
what do you
the-
guys
being
think?
there in
You
person-
think Tyler Robinson did it?
What do you think?
No, no shot. I never thought he did it.
Nah.
What do you think he did?
I think that it's very plausible to believe that him and Lance might have gotten into sort of trouble and they got broke. That makes, I don't know,
I think so too.
or at least
think so
one of
too,
them got
Baze.
into some sort of trouble. I mean, what
In my
else
opinion,
can it,
I think Lance is an op, in my opinion.
well,
I think
that's
everyone's an op. I think Baze is
Wow.
a fucking op. I think that Teresa's a Fed.
Special Agent
Brandy's
Baze.
CIA. I mean,
I'm CIA. I'm
you
a
have to in
spy.
this business.
You sound like Blake Bednar.
I'm Charlie's Angels. Charlie's Angels.
Yeah.
Charlie Kirk's Angels.
You should have done that while you were there with Kelly Raybon or with Lane. Do
Yeah.
a Charlie's Angels pose.
Oh, that would have been
So-
a
Oh,
great
we
idea.
will. That's a
You
great
still do it.
idea.
Just do it
We're all
tomorrow.
We'll do that.
brunettes. We're all
We'll do
brunettes,
it.
Too. It's awesome.
Just do it
What?
tomorrow.
We're all
Have
brunettes,
Blake
too.
take the
It's
picture.
awesome.
Well, Charlie's Angels.
Huh.
One's blonde,
I
one's
know, but it's
redhead.
cool.
You can be Drew Barrymore. I'll be Lucy Liu.
You're
Well, I
definitely
was
Lucy
thinking
Liu.
about the old school
I am.
one.
What?
I was talking about the original.
Oh. Okay.
All right, so let everybody know. Are you going to be there or trying to get in there tomorrow and Friday as well?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we want to go see this
Yeah.
this footage that they are, this video and audio stuff that they're fighting over today, which we should be able to hear and see tomorrow if everything goes well.
We have to get in line at like 3 a.m. then.
And guys, I pinned it in my comments, but if anybody wants to help support their trip, I think it's Brandy's Venmo that I put up there at top.
Mhm.
Can you put it in the
Posted again
chat?
Yeah, I put it in the chat.
And you
so I
guys don't
stuck it in
have
the chat again.
to at all, but you guys offered, and I thought that was really nice because she did fly out here. We had to pay for this Airbnb, which was not cheap.
No,
Yeah,
listen,
it's
we,
definitely.
we-
I
we
had to take a
appreciate
whole
you
week
doing the
off of work for this because I have a normal job outside of this, and I took 40 hours of PTO just to come to this trial. So, or hearing.
And usually CIA
Um,
don't get PTO, so they actually gave her PTO.
No, I'm supposed to be out being a ninja right
That's
now.
her cover. That's her cover.
Being a ninja.
Yeah, I'm Lucy Liu, guys. I'm the ninja.
Peeking over laptop. No.
Yeah.
What time is it there right now?
It's 9:07, so it's not bad.
And you said you have to be there at 3 a.m.
Yeah.
To wait in line. Oh my gosh, so people were so annoying. They're like, "You guys are really gonna wear that to the hearing?" I'm wearing an MGK t-shirt.
I'm in sweats.
I got interviewed by Fox News this morning, no makeup on. My allegedly had an MGK t-shirt, and I'm just like, "Oh my gosh, I'm really gonna be interviewed by Fox News right now." People were like,
How many
"You're
people
gonna
are
wear
You
that?"
really like
And
MGK,
I'm like,
huh? You were just at the concert
I
last week, weren't
love MGK. I love him. I also love 80s rock and roll, but like modern music, I love Machine Gun Kelly.
you?
I like how he
more-
went from like rap and stuff to like being like a punk little sissy dancer dude, like the Backstreet Boys and stuff. Like I like the transition. It's kinda cool.
Cliche. Love that. Yeah. I like his punk rock stuff more than his rap stuff. I don't really like rap that much, but Motley Crue, Def Leppard, Duran Duran, MGK, so different. But yeah, I just like fun rock music, you know.
What about country?
I like country too.
Guys,
I like
I got to
all
disappear for 1 second. I just got to check
Definitely
on
a
my dad. I'll be
Fed.
right back.
Only Feds like country.
Well, country's not my favorite, okay? Feds don't like 80s rock and roll, do they?
That's true. They don't.
I don't know.
Teresa, what's your story? No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, what's
Someone
that
said
sound?
311. 311's good. Metallica. Oh my gosh. Enter Sandman is my favorite
Yeah.
song of all time. Of all time.
My sister used to date the drummer for 311.
What?
Yeah, because
Really?
they're from Nebraska.
Oh, that's sick. She
See,
used to
and-
date him?
Yeah, and Ari Spears, the comedian.
Hmm.
Yeah, because they used to come to the comedy clubs and stuff here.
Sorry about that.
Man,
I'm
pooping
back.
again? Number 2?
No,
Come on,
no.
He's
Valhalla.
trying to FaceTime me right now.
Just had to.
Oh
just
my
had to check on
God.
my
He
dad
probably
real
wants
quick.
to get on.
No. Yeah.
Chad Sexton.
If he's
who's that?
watching, if Blake's watching, I'm not going to answer a FaceTime right now, but
Oh, tell him I'll send him a link for the members only. I'm doing a members only after this, where I'm going to cover that X spaces from last night. I didn't get to talk, Matt. I saw
Okay.
you in there.
Yeah.
Did you get to talk at all?
In the X space?
Yeah, I saw.
No,
you
I didn't have any
lingering.
interest. People talking all at the same time. You can't have 50 people talk at the same time and actually accomplish anything.
Yeah, well, that's why I checked out. They
Yeah.
woke me up.
do you want me to
screwed
tell
up
him
my
you're going to
whole
send him a
system.
link?
There were times
I'll tell him.
that it was calm, and talking to Blake Neff was interesting. I
Oh
was
my
good
gosh, that
cop.
was so much fun.
I was good cop and Brandi was bad cop.
It was actually
Brandi
so
snapped.
fun to talk.
Yeah, she was no, she didn't snap, but compared to Teresa, she snapped. Teresa's like, listen, we're not here to attack you. Like, we just want to know.
And then Brandy's like,
Brandy's
tell
like,
me
tell
where
me
the
about
fuck
those
you were
text
right when that
messages.
Like, yeah. I was like, damn, who is
Okay.
Was it
this
Israel?
girl? Is Brandi drinking? I was like, what is happening?
Oh my
Okay, so when I'm very sweet and very mellow and very just like, okay, let's get, I don't know. I think I'm a Pisces. Okay. I'm very empathetic and nice. But when it comes to Charlie Kirk, because I loved him so much, love him. I just got pissed. And the things that he was saying, I was just like, okay, well, what about this? What about this? What about this? What about this? And he just wasn't answering the question. So then I just kind of started yelling, and I'm glad that I did. It was fun. I'm really glad I got to talk to Blake Neff and kind of yell at him.
I had to hold her back.
Did
a
you
little
get
bit.
yelled at by Myron?
I know she
Gaines?
kept putting me on mute, and I was like, no.
I'm like, don't. Yeah.
What?
I said, did you get yelled at by Myron Gaines too, or was that just Elizabeth?
Oh, he told us that we should all of us BITCHES.
We should make sandwiches and stop
we shouldn't even be
talking.
there. We should be making sandwiches.
Like, what a little
Well,
punk.
he got punted.
Like, good job.
He got-
What
he-
a
he
good
got-
one.
he
Good
lost-
one.
Louisiana gave him the Triggersmart treatment and muted his mic. Sent him.
I
back to the
know. I
listening
was
section.
so happy she did that.
Yeah.
He was being
They-
so rude to Elizabeth. I was getting pissed.
So if you guys don't know, there was a Spaces last night on X, and Blake Neff showed up, and
Everybody
answered
was
some
there. Paramount
questions,
Tactical,
didn't
Blake,
answer-
Elizabeth Lane,
yeah,
Mr. Let Go.
Mhm.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm like I said, later on I'm doing a members only, and I'm not gonna play the whole thing because it's like 6 hours. There's like a good hour.
7
though,
hours.
with-
Seven.
Yeah, there's a good hour though of fireworks, and I'm gonna be covering it and giving my commentary.
Well, I
That's gonna
kind of
be
want to
after
join.
this.
When you play the
You're more
part
than
of
welcome.
us talking, I wanna like chime in on that.
See, a little secret on my members only lives. I do them once a week, and a lot of the times, like sometimes I'll like present something that I want to do something special, but lately they just want to troll the X Spaces. They're like, "Let's go, Blake's on X." Anytime Blake is on an X Spaces, my members only is like, "Let's go, let's go." So we listen in. I'll like egg on people in the chat to like call and talk shit. They never do. I don't know why, but they should. So when I saw that X Spaces last night, I'm like, "Oh yeah, I definitely have to make a live out of this." Yeah,
Well,
the
we were
thumbnails
supposed
up
to
and
be going
everything.
to bed.
Yeah, no, we were gonna
We
go
were
to
supposed
bed,
to be going to bed, and then we saw
and then
that.
Matt was like, "Oh, he sent me the link," and then we started listening to it.
Tara sent me the link,
And then
on
I was listening, and I wasn't gonna chime in. I just was gonna listen. I was
Yeah.
like, "Oh hell no!" And I was like, "Let's speak. Let's speak."
Allie Top
And
Files
I
woke me
didn't-
up. They kept calling me. Tara,
did.
Allie, a couple
Blake's
other people.
here.
Yeah, there's like 50 people like, Bays, you need to be here. I'm like,
Yeah.
all right, let me. And then I couldn't even talk.
Well, everyone was there.
You just got to jump in.
Coach Colin was there. Daily Fredo was there. You know, like
Oh,
that whole
really?
crew was there. But then you also had the whole other side. You had Blake. You had Paramount. You had like Mid Gray. You had Jay. I think his name was just Jay. He's always messing with everybody and stuff like. So you had like 50, 100 people from each side, all sitting in there, like ready for like a gang war. It was crazy.
Well, people weren't asking like specific questions. I was like, we need to ask him about this. And then today I was sitting in the courtroom and I was like, shit, I should have asked about the contradicting stories about how Frank Turek said that he gave CPR in the back of the car, and then Brian Harple didn't say that they gave CPR. What about the black shards all over the car? Like there was just like things that were coming to my mind today. I was like, oh, I should have asked about that.
Too
We'd
bad
have
we
enough
didn't know
time.
about the Ben Shapiro security.
I know. Would love to ask
were
about
they on
that
the
now.
phone? Why were they on the phone with Ben Shapiro security while they were driving Charlie to the hospital?
Why was that a priority? Why did Ben
Who
Shapiro
took the
admit
call?
that?
Who took the
Okay,
call?
so fill us in. So what are you talking about?
Or do you not
a
know
co-
about-
No, I don't. And I think
all right,
Oh.
Brandy, you tell the story.
tell
Okay,
the story.
So Ben Shapiro was it today, his episode? He was saying that
I
while
think the episode
they were taking
was yesterday. Candace
Yesterday.
posted it first thing in the morning.
Okay, so while they were driving Charlie to the hospital, Ben Shapiro said that he was getting updates from Charlie's security team as they were taking Charlie to the hospital. Why the hell was Charlie's security team calling Ben Shapiro's security team, or maybe himself? I don't know if they were calling him or his security team, giving them updates about Charlie Kirk.
Hmm.
Why was that a priority? And then you have Frank Turk saying, oh, we were giving him CPR. We were praying out loud. We were shouting directions. But then you were also calling Ben Shapiro's security team.
The same Ben
What?
Shapiro,
Wow.
who was the first person to say that he was going to be the one to pick up Charlie's bloody microphone and carry on the movement.
And Charlie didn't even like Ben Shapiro. Even Andrew
And
Colvett
Ben Shapiro
said
doesn't
on
even
the
like
New York.
Jesus.
No, he doesn't like
Saying.
Jesus at all. But like, oh my gosh, make that make sense. Please make that make sense. Why were they calling Ben Shapiro's security team? Why was that a priority? Why?
Or,
Yeah,
or
that's-
wait, do we know that they were calling Ben security, or were they picking up the call? Was
Like,
Ben
were they
Shapiro's
calling
security
Ben's
them,
team,
and they're
or was
like,
Ben's
oh, yeah, let
team
me-
calling?
Yeah,
I
stop
don't
the
know.
bleeding.
Does
Hold on, I
either-
gotta take
either-
it's
Either
Ben.
way.
You know what I
Either
mean?
way,
I'm like, what the hell's
it's
going on?
weird.
It is weird.
Because what I was saying was Andrew Colvett said in a New York Times interview, at a video interview, that Charlie was mad at Andrew for booking Ben Shapiro on his show. That was the last interview I believe that Charlie did, was with Ben Shapiro. And I remember getting ready in my bathroom for work, because I used to listen to Charlie Kirk every single day. And I remember Ben Shapiro being on Charlie Kirk's show literally the day before that he died. And I thought it
Charlie
was
took a
kind
couple
of
shots
weird.
at him too.
Yeah, and
He
I thought
like,
it was kind of
you know
weird because I
Jays
was
run
like,
the media,
Ben
and Ben
Shapiro.
looks pissed. Ben looked pissed. Charlie was
Yeah.
bringing up Gaza. He wasn't, you know what I mean? He-
And Ben's face was like,
Yeah,
You
yeah,
know, he
Ben
was
did
like,
not look
hmm.
happy.
Brandi,
And,
don't you have pictures with Charlie Kirk?
yeah.
Yeah.
hmm
So you're one of the OGs.
Charlie and I follow each other on Instagram, or did, and like we wouldn't like talk or whatever, but like he would like clap to my stories or like repost my stuff. And I used to live in Arizona. I was part of the Arizona Young Republicans group. Like I mentioned earlier, I almost quit my job and wanted to work for Turning Point. But yeah, I would go to like all the Turning Point events that I could go to, and yeah, Charlie just really meant a lot to me. That's why I even started my podcast to begin with. I was literally devastated when he died. And that's why this is so important to me. Like, that's genuinely why I'm doing this, is just because it just pisses me off when people say like, oh, you clearly don't like Charlie. Like, you're just a grifter, blah, blah, blah. Like, no, I actually love Charlie Kirk, and I'm trying to figure out what actually happened to him, because this is all bullshit to me and it pisses me off. And I think a lot of people feel that way. They actually want to know what happened to him. And yeah, I just don't believe any of this shit. And I really want to find out what actually happened to him and bring justice to him. And I know that's what Candace is doing too. And so I'm just trying to do everything I can to do my part to help out.
Hey,
know,
Bass, can you do something real
yeah.
quick?
Yeah, whatever you need.
How many people you got in chat?
Concurrence, we're a little low tonight. We're at 240.
All right.
On YouTube.
Can we do a donation drive for them? Can you post their the link again real quick in chat?
Yeah, of
And
course.
can we try and get them to like at least 50 or 100? Can everyone donate like $2 or $3?
And you guys don't have to. Like, don't feel
Don't
like
say
you
that,
need
because
to.
that gets rid of the whole point of this. The whole point of this is to raise money. So if you're saying you don't have to, then they're like, oh, she
I know.
doesn't
I just
care.
feel bad. No, I mean, it would be nice. Like, but I just,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, you know, I wanted
You work
to.
for the government, Brandi. You don't have to worry about that.
I'm a spy.
You're already getting our taxpayer money.
I'm not a spy. I work in construction. I'm a project manager.
Mm.
What happened to the whole Lucy Lou thing?
Mm.
Is it ballroom
That's my
construction?
That's my alter ego. Yeah, I'm building the data center at the White House.
Republic Tea Room says, "Stop blocking your blessings, sis."
There you go.
Exactly.
Okay.
Receive it.
Okay,
Receive
fine.
it.
Fine. Send us money, please. Thanks.
So that's what I love. That's what I love about everybody coming together for the same purpose. Like you guys, like Brandi, like, you know.
Oh, hi, Chandler.
We had posted a picture today of all of us sitting around. We're sitting there talking. We're talking about the case. We were interviewed by Fox, MS Now, Newsmax.
Mm-hmm.
But we decided you were taking a picture together. We're there. We're for a cause, right? We're all here to find out what happened to Charlie and to support in that. But there was haters, saying you guys are sick. You're, somebody died and you're there having a good time. God forbid.
Yeah, they're like, you guys look like you're waiting in line for Coachella, and I'm like, what does that even mean? I was like, we had to get here at 5:30 in the morning, and we're posted up with chairs and blankets and
Maybe it was the
pillows.
MGK shirt.
We don't.
It was
have
the MGK
merch.
shirt.
We don't
I
have
guess.
the merch that TPUSA
MGK's never played at Coachella, okay, guys? So we weren't in line for Coachella.
does. No, but we can laugh and have a good time. It's been 8 months. How long did it take Erica?
Well, didn't Erica
laugh
tell
and have a
everybody
good
right
time.
away to not be more, that she didn't want to be morbid, but Charlie's gone?
Yeah, she
and
goes,
gotta
my
move on?
husband's dead. Not trying to be morbid, but my husband's dead.
Yeah.
TPUSA
Okay.
2.0.
Only she can be happy.
I'm not kidding. I cried every single day about Charlie Kirk for probably 2 weeks. I would just randomly just start crying.
Can I, I
I-
want to get a woman's point of view on something. I'm asking both.
Ask Matt.
Both answer.
I was gonna
No,
say, how can I help you?
I can't. No, but could you imagine being married and your husband is publicly assassinated and you go to his wake and you're mic'd up with a videographer taking footage while you're weeping over the casket?
No, I thought that was so weird. And this is before I even thought Erica was sketchy. I thought it was weird.
Oh, no,
when she
that's
said,
when I knew
forgive
Erica
him.
was more than sketchy.
And then
But
when she posted his hands and like touching his body, I was like, that is so inappropriate and weird. I would never post that. I would never take a video of that.
No.
and then
like,
she got
I
on
had
stage
my
a couple weeks
cousin-
later.
Yeah.
I was just gonna
it's
say, a
just
couple
like-
weeks later, she gets on stage and she was bragging about how they're getting 5 billion views by the end of the year.
It's disgusting. And like I had 2 family members pass away in a car accident, and I
Sorry
didn't
to hear
even
that.
want to see them. This was in 2013, so it was awful, but I didn't even want to see them like that because I didn't want that to be my last memory of them. And if I did go and see them, I would never take a photo or a video, and then I would never post it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what? It's so inappropriate and so weird. So weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know anybody who's ever done that. If I was at a wake, even if it wasn't somebody close to me, and I would have saw somebody doing that, I would probably say something. Like, there's just like, you know what I mean? Like, respect the dead.
No, I thought that was so bizarre. I was like, what is the point of that?
Like, that should
Yeah.
have been one of the most intimate and personal moments of that woman's entire life.
And then we
And-
found out who was videotaping, and it was Stacey Sheridan.
Oh, it was Stacey Sheridan? Oh,
Allegedly,
God.
that's what I was told by multiple people that
Oh.
researched into
Can you
it.
share my screen real quick? I want to show
Yeah.
something from Andrew Colvett today.
They exploited a moment.
I feel like I've been dealing with so many crazy accusations, either leveled at Erica or myself or the organization or whatever, anything except for Tyler Robinson in this process, that I haven't gotten a chance to articulate clearly what questions I still have outstanding that I want answers to. So here we go. Who knew what when? That's right. There is a lot of indication online that other people knew something was going to happen that day on September 10th. They posted on social media about it in really, really creepy ways. And none of those people have been held accountable. And I want to know why and what did they know and when? Another question I want to know the answer to is, was Lance Twiggs more involved than we currently know, right? We know that he's been given limited immunity for his testimony. It's going to be video testimony in the preliminary hearing. But how much did he know? And how much did he radicalize Tyler Robinson? It seems, and I encourage everybody to go check it out, there's a Turkey Tom YouTube video where one of their friends that would hang out with them in their apartment seems to indicate that it was a really manic, disassociative, sort of morally corrupt, bankrupt environment that Tyler Robinson was living in. And Lance Twiggs seems to be the source for a lot of that. So did Tyler Robinson just do this crazy thing all on his own, or did Lance Twiggs put him up to it? Was he a co-conspirator? I want to know that, because if it comes out that he was a co-conspirator, I would love to see him held accountable for that and not be granted any immunity whatsoever. Another question I have is, where did Tyler Robinson go immediately after taking the shot, running off the rooftop, and tossing the gun into the forest? Where did he go? We know that the state has evidence that he was back on campus that night into the wee hours of September 11th, but where did he go immediately after? That's a big question. One of the questions that is really tough for me is, why were those darn rooftops so accessible? First of all, why set up a building where you can just like go over a railing and get on a rooftop? That's one question. Why were there not cops planted out there? That's another question. And why were there not people spotting those rooftops? Now, you might say, well, gee, Andrew, Turning Point had its own security. Well, guess what? The way you work with campuses is you only get to have immediate vicinity jurisdiction around the person that you're protecting. So
Can you believe the balls on this guy?
But it's essentially like, let's say 30 feet around Charlie's perimeter was what our personal private security was able to take care of. So we were relying on campus PD to monitor the ingress, egress to the area and the rooftops. I want to know, why were they so accessible? And I know that I take a bunch of crap for this, but I want to know more about the rounds, the ammunition, the 30-06 rounds. I know that.
So my takeaway from this, based on seeing this video, is that he just started his investigation that everyone else has been doing for a year.
Hold on. That's the first time. That's the first time that I saw that video. Yo, Triggersmart, guess what? You're not even streaming, right?
Correct.
Right? So I could curse. Yo, fuck this guy. Where the fuck was he in September? No, seriously. Like, you notice all the questions that he wants to know now with the little smile on his face, like he gets his moment to shine and act like he's not a complete piece of shit. He was one of the people silencing and criticizing everybody else when Candace was asking these questions, when we were asking these questions. Dude, can you believe the fucking balls?
Oh,
Like,
and he
Yeah, but
also
notice the timing.
I hate to curse in front of ladies, but like, you know, this is what it could be sometimes. But
oh,
no,
you're
but
good. I curse all
seriously,
the time.
this is what we've been saying the whole time. And they were saying that we were conspiracy theorists and that we were going to jeopardize the case and that Tyler Robinson was the lone shooter who was with the 30-06. This is the fucking scumbag that said that Charlie had that was the man of steel. Now he's got questions.
Oh, and also, he also told Candace Owens it was supposed to be you. He goes, oh, people knew about this before. You clearly knew about it before, Andrew, because you told Candace Owens it was supposed to be you. What the fuck do you mean about that? Like, literally, what does that mean? That's another thing I wanted to ask Blake Neff yesterday, and I forgot to ask him because I didn't have enough time. But he literally told Candace it was supposed to be you. What does that mean?
All right, Teresa, now it's your turn to cuss.
I don't know if she
Just
could
go.
do it.
Say poo.
Fuck.
Say anything.
poo-poo.
Wow.
I said I said it. Oh, I say it.
Okay.
Oh, and Matt, I do want to say something that we talked about on Monday. So I talked to a source who talked to a police officer in November. So my source does contracting work with UVU and with DFCM, and he went to UVU in November, and there was a cop just posted out there. They started talking, and the cop told my source, yeah, you know, we reached out to Charlie's security team before the event and said, hey, you know, can we help you in any way? Can we help you cover the rooftops, do more surveillance? And Charlie's security team said, no, we're good. We don't need any more help. And this officer was so upset by this because he told my source, you know, I reached out and I offered assistance and they said no. And I know on Monday you said that didn't happen, but according to my source and according to this police officer, they did offer assistance and they were told that they didn't need any more help.
The assistance they asked for was specifically for the Hall of Flags above them, and they got that assistance.
But this wasn't the UVU officers. This was a Provo police officer.
Okay, that's different. Yeah.
So I just wanted
But
to
the other thing about
clarify
this that everyone's missing, though, is look at the timing. So we have Blake
Mhm.
Neff just jumping into an X space, just casually hanging out with everybody, talking about all this stuff. Now we have Andrew coming out saying, hey, yeah, I have a lot of questions. There's a lot of strange things about this. So something's happening. They relaxed something, and now they're interacting with the public more. They're kind of putting some stuff out there. Is this like a new op? Like, what is actually happening right now, right?
What do
Because
you
they're closed
think?
off for all these months.
Yeah. And they haven't shared their questions if they even, if they had them.
Well, think about it.
Well,
They
according
lost
to
all their
Blake
views.
last night, he believes everything.
Well, Blake.
Blake Neff
Is that what they're
believes
doing?
everything.
They all got questions all of a sudden. Now
Right.
that we see just how pathetic this case that they put around that they built around Tyler Robinson really is, and it's falling apart in the preliminary hearing. Like this thing fell apart day 2. Like I know today was like kind of a half day. Like even if you forget today happened, this case fell apart day 2. There's no footage of the shot. They said they had it. No footage of the shot. No real footage of Tyler Robinson. No footage of a weapon. Now you got 2 different cars, 3 different outfits, limping back and forth on 2 different feet. And the only evidence that you have of any type of crime is a bullet on a different roof that the lead prosecutor said was from law enforcement, and now they're already backpedaling on that. So, guys, who do you really think killed Charlie Kirk? I can't tell. I'm not going to say names. I'm not going to say who killed him. I'll tell you why I think he's dead.
Why?
I think it's a combination of the Epstein files, the war with Iran, and whatever's going on with those TPUSA books. And I would not be surprised if all 3 of those things intertwine in different ways. And Charlie was asking too many questions. Two months before he was killed on July 10th, he was doing an interview with Mark Harperin where they were talking about getting a dozen young conservatives together to solely speak out on the Epstein files, and that it would raise awareness and get Trump's attention and make him realize that he needs to take it more serious. He said he wasn't going to lay off of that. We already know his feelings on the war. And then all of a sudden, complete 180. We also know Thomas Massey was his favorite congressman. So now they don't endorse Massey. They like just look the other way when he's getting primaried out. They had a reporter asking questions in a kind of positive, friendly way about the war with Iran months ago, and you don't hear nothing about the files, except how, Erica Francevey had an NGO in Romania that may or may not have some indirect ties. But that's it.
Also that she worked for Next Model Management. That's also a huge fact.
That is a pretty big data point
that they don't want to address.
No.
And Next Model Management took a bunch of some underage girls from Eastern Europe, and
which is exactly where Epstein was running girls from.
Was in charge of housing them in a building that was owned by Jeffrey Epstein's brother, allegedly.
I wonder how many of those women were flown into Teterboro Airport in New Jersey. I wish there was a way we could.
What is that?
Why is that significant?
What's that airport? I know you're from that area.
Because all the research that I did into Epstein, I'm pretty sure that part of the system that they had, like the route for trafficking these women, that they were flying them into Jersey, Teterboro Airport, and then Ghislaine Maxwell had a helicopter, which is not logged, not on record.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, that's my theory, allegedly.
Doesn't she have her pilot's license? Like she could fly helicopters?
Yeah, she flew the helicopter.
Yeah.
So anytime anybody went to that island, they didn't have to get on a plane. It wasn't documented. It was just hop on, come for the ride.
Yeah, I think Epstein, I think that had a lot more to do with it than people think, than people realize. He was pushing for that right before, too.
I think so too, and that's why I'm very questionable to anybody who says that like the whole Epstein thing is a Democrat hoax or a trope. And I said that to Gary the other day when I did the stream with him. And people said that I went too easy on him, and I did, because I came off kind of hard. I was like attacking him a lot for like 2 weeks, especially like I just threw myself into the thing with him and Elizabeth. So we ended up talking on the phone, and he was like very respectful about it. And he's like, listen, if you want to do this, like. And I said the same thing. It's like, let's make it good faith. Like, we're not going to sit here and pretend we're going to change each other's minds or our base's minds. We'll just both share the stage, give our argument, have our little debates, keep it friendly. And it went well. Like that's what we did. And everything that was said is on the transcript. Anybody can analyze it. I didn't have to argue every point. And we're talking about doing it again for the trial. And I cannot wait. I cannot wait. I talked to him about it today. I'm like, dude, if you're still making videos trying to say that this is Tyler Robinson, and he's like, I can't believe that you see it otherwise. Like, I think you should be in a loony bin, you know, but like, haha, in like a joking way. And I'm like, oh yeah, we're going to do this. We're going to do
Can you
this.
share my screen really quick?
Yes.
I want the audience to let me know if you think that this is his cell phone that's in his hand. This is supposedly Tyler turned himself in. This is like 9:00 p.m. He's putting something in his pocket. Is that a cell phone? Because remember, he sent those texts out through Discord and everything.
I don't know.
I thought I heard in trial they didn't take his phone till like 4:00 in the morning.
Yeah,
So that would
looks
mean
like
that
a phone. It
Why would
looks
he
like
have
a
a phone?
So that Turkey Tom and all those texts and all those Discords might be
Well,
possible.
No.
How do we know that that's Tyler Robinson?
Can you slow that down a bit?
But how do we know that that is Tyler Robinson? All I see
Tyler
is
was
a guy in
finally
the maroon
arrested
shirt.
after interviews.
No, but my
Says
question
Tyler,
is how do
my notes.
Yeah.
but my
Wait, go
my
ahead.
question is how do we know that the person that we're seeing on this screen is Tyler Robinson?
Because you can't
What
see his
benefit-
face.
What benefit would they have if it wasn't? Tyler's still in jail either
What do you
way.
mean if they say that they let him have his phone and try to use this as, oh, this is the proof that he sent those Discord messages? It's like, get the fuck out of here. I'm not
Yeah,
falling
but you
for
can
none of
you can
this
do
stuff.
that endlessly. You can take anything they give you and say, well, I don't think that. I think it's AI generated. You can pull that shit forever.
Matt,
right?
we
At
don't
some
see
point-
his face. We've only seen one image of his face from a security footage, and it came from Candace. Yes or no?
I don't know. I don't pay
I
attention
mean,
to that too close.
at
Okay,
Dairy
let's just
Queen.
say it is Tyler. Let's go back to what Barron has been saying. You know, maybe Tyler was not supposed to survive this, right? But maybe Mike Mitchell, was that his name? Yeah, Mike Mitchell, and Tyler's family wanted to turn him in to save his life, you know?
Okay, so
because-
say he's turned in. All right, say you're right, and say this is him, and he has his phone. That means that all, like I said again, the Discord messages and all that stuff could be possible because he has his phone on him. So we have to consider that.
Well, we also
You
have
can't
to
just
consider
How do you know
blindly
he has
say
his-
you
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 have to
can't-
see his face. You can't tell me that this is a person.
yeah, but you can't. But you can't
don't
just
ID
blindly
him.
say every video, every picture, everything you see is never him ever. That's not reality. You can't say
I'm
everything's
saying,
AI.
I'm
every
saying
time.
in
That's
the
not
court,
reality.
I'm saying in the court of law. I'm not even saying it's AI. Do you think that all those images and all those people that we saw in the footage is all Tyler Robinson, or do you think it's different
Hell no.
individuals?
No, it's
No, I'm
not
asking-
all
I think
Tyler
that
Robinson.
there's
I would
I think there's a
honestly
lot more
bet
video,
my
man.
life
They
on
said they
it,
have
I think.
100 terabytes of video.
But why?
We-
but why
we've
are they
seen, like-
showing us this? Why aren't they showing him sitting in the chair where we could see his face?
Because that's for trial. Remember, this is
Does
only
it
for
look to
probable
you like
cause.
That's
does
another
it look
point.
to you like he's trying to hide that phone, hide that he's using it? Does that look like normal movement to you?
I don't know.
Hiding it from who? They can see it from every angle
The
from like 20 different
cameras.
cameras in this room.
I mean, it just
But where are the other angles?
Well, again, this is prelims. They're showing us a small piece of it.
It's
The
just
judge,
funny
in
that
defense,
all of
everybody
these.
says it. Like, I mean, yeah,
It
but
just-
that's what I'm saying. It's like everything. If you're saying everything is a conspiracy 100% of the time, then that just
No,
creates
I'm
a
not
situation
saying that it's
where,
all
where you don't see
We're
conspiracy
not
reality.
100%
saying
of the
that,
time.
Matt.
And Matt, we've spoken about this behind the scenes. I haven't ruled out Tyler Robinson doing this. I haven't even ruled out the 30-06. In fact, I've done a lot of research and was transparent with, hey, like, yeah, the stars need to align, but it is possible. It's like I'm sitting here just trying to write everything off. But what I'm saying is, with all these anomalies and all the lies by omission that we've gotten from this prosecution and from TPUSA and from the FBI and everybody else involved, that if you're talking about putting a 22-year-old to death, I need to see his face. You need to have a positive ID beyond a reasonable doubt, because this is America. It's innocent until proven guilty, unless proven guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. And we
Yeah, but you're
are
fighting
nowhere
a
near
fight.
that.
You're fighting a fight that doesn't exist yet. We haven't even gotten to trial. It's in trial that you can all the stuff that everyone say that they need to see right now to see its proof won't happen until trial.
Well, yeah, when
I
I
get
see
the
that,
enthusiasm.
obviously minds could change. I'm saying based on what we've seen the first 2 days, that there's,
Yeah, but
there's-
people, but the way people are fighting it so hard and say some huge conspiracy and stuff, we're not even to trial yet. Like people need to like chill out. Like it's not helping anything. Like people be like, that's AI, that's fake. It's not his face. We know that. So, I mean, is it just for conversation?
Well, and-
I don't understand what.
And Barron made a good point, though. It's like the defense is not going to play all their cards right now because then it's going to give the prosecution time to rebuttal that, right? So when we went to, were you with me and Elizabeth at one of the court hearings? We talked to, I don't remember who this guy was, but Elizabeth and I talked to this guy by the water fountain. And we said, how do you feel about Candace Owens and her theories? And he just said, oh, that's just crazy. Like, we're not even entertaining Candace Owens because she's crazy. And now that I'm thinking about it and what Barron was saying, why would they tell the prosecution that they believe Candace Owens? Because then they would go, okay, then we have to figure out a rebuttal for this, and this. But if the defense thinks Candace is crazy, then we don't even have to worry about anything that Candace is saying because they're not going to bring it up. But what if they low key are collecting all this evidence that we're all talking about, and then when they go to trial, they're going to go, okay, well, what about this, and this? And the prosecution isn't going to have anything to rebuttal it because they think that the defense thinks Candace is crazy, so they don't even have to worry about it. So when we get to trial, they could bring up everything that we're bringing up, and the jury's going to go
when we get to trial.
Oh,
but I wanted to address
Okay.
this real quick. So Love Heals OG says, "Whoa, Matt, disappointing, man. I did all this to prove a point because I can't do this on my channel, but I can do it on Bayes' channel. This is all
You're
to prove a
welcome.
point.
You're welcome anytime, bud. I love seeing this side of you.
Listen to what I just said, and look at this reaction. Whoa, Matt, disappointing, man. See how fast people turn. Now, what's going to happen is people are going to go to trial, and we're going to see proof of certain shit, and people are going to deny it until they're dead, even if they see proof in front of their face. You have that right, but I did this just to prove a point. All I have to do is say anything that goes against what Candace thinks or what everybody's been pushing on this side of stuff, and all of a sudden, people are just fucking turn on you. So just be careful of the people that you're trusting and keeping close to you and stuff, because you see shit like this, and they'll turn on you in a fucking split second, man. But anyway, yeah, I think he has a cell phone. I can't tell, like you said, man, you can't tell who's who in that footage. There's no good shots. I think the jaw, like, see how his jaw's kind of roundish here on the bottom, almost like he has like a little, not like a gizzard thing, but like a little extra skin. The dude on the steps doesn't have that. So, I mean, I kind of agree that it's different people, but I don't know. We'll have to see. And the hairline's different too. There's all kinds of stuff on X right now. If you go on X, it's like an endless amount of people like poking holes through all this stuff. But
And there are
yeah.
people nitpicking. Somebody was saying, "Oh, there's a wrinkle in his shirt that like irons out." It's like, yeah, but he could just be moving and the wrinkle goes away. You know, like stuff like that. But like, and I was a little surprised, Matt, at you giving so much pushback about me questioning this after you were the one pulling up the footage, proving. Well, proof is a strong word, but creating a high probability that there were multiple vehicles involved.
But yeah,
Right?
but that's the point. But that's the point. Though. I wanted to prove a point, right? Like I can't do this in a stream when I have 31,000 people watching with us. You know what I mean?
Well, you could always just pull a Bayes and go on Gary's show too. I'm sure he'll love to have you.
He actually is invited.
I want to
me.
go on
And
Gary's show.
So
I'll
Kelly
invite him.
Ray
I'll invite him to the members only tonight.
Look, you
I
I
doing
just
another
sent you
show
a
tonight?
picture. I just
I'm
sent you
doing
a
members
picture.
only. I'm
Bayes.
covering the X space
At what time?
right after this.
Oh, I don't know if I could be up that late, man. We got to get up early in the morning for this.
Yeah, no, I know. I wasn't
Same.
putting anybody on. But don't worry, I'm not going to stay up late. I'll show up on time to work tomorrow.
But yeah,
Jimmy.
but Gary had let's see, he had Bednarz, he had Kelly Raybon, he had what's that dude? The guy that the fake death dude. But it wasn't.
Jordan
It wasn't
wait,
Jordan.
he didn't have Jordan
Jordan?
on. I told him he should.
It was the other dude.
Heard Jordan got
What is-
kicked off the
what
X
is his
spaces
name?
yesterday.
But he's had alternate people on, but it seems like he brings them on just to say you have no basis in what you're arguing. That kind of seems to be the pattern. So I don't know.
Okay, but look at this photo. That's not the same person. I mean,
No.
come on.
The other guy, he kind of could allegedly, potentially, this is a conspiracy. But how do we know that's not the guy that we just saw in the room looking
Yeah.
at the phone?
But look at the mouth. The mouth is different. The chin's different.
Very,
see how
very
Tyler
different.
has like the
His
rounded
nose, is
jaw.
different.
Right here.
Yeah, his lips are the guy on the left is more like a V.
But the other thing about this too is the one on the left is AI enhanced. This is not the original. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
This
I
is
was
this is
gonna
not
ask
the
that.
original image.
Yeah, I have a feeling a lot of what we're seeing this week is AI enhanced to some degree. I wouldn't be surprised. Doesn't UVU have some type of like don't they like specialize in AI to some degree? I think somebody said. I think it was Kelly that said that.
UVU? I
Yeah.
don't know.
All right, don't quote me.
This is one of my theories. You know how they said that they have a shot of Tyler up close, like taking the shot, and they were going to present it. One of my theories is maybe they thought that they could create an AI video of him doing it, but there's so many experts on AI that can easily debunk if it's AI or not. And maybe they thought they could make one, but it didn't look real enough. So then they just said, "Oh, actually, we don't have it." You know?
Yeah,
Because
now they
did
got him on the
say-
roof. It's no, they
They
have
said that
somebody
they
on
had
the
the
roof.
shot of him. They literally
I
said it
know.
multiple. Like, we have the video of him taking the shot. I remember like Andrew Colvett and Blake Neff, and they were like, "Yep, we have the video. Just wait for the preliminary hearing, the big one. We're gonna show it." And then they go, "Nope, we don't have one."
And now Andrew
Okay.
Colvett has questions. And Blake Neff is getting on these spaces. You can't make it up. You really can't make it up, folks.
Yeah,
And
I mean, I
listen,
think it'll be interesting because I mean, what we've seen so far in trial, if you were a person who'd never heard of any of this stuff and you weren't researching any of this stuff, and you saw today, or you just saw like the last couple of days, you might see the car drive in, see him walk. They say he's on the roof and everything, but open and close case. But then people start, like on X, hundreds of people are researching it. Bear's looking into it. Daisy, people like us, whatever, we're digging into it. And we start seeing these weird little things like the car is not the same. The gate's different. He's using it. He's right-handed in one and left-handed in the other. Like all these different little things, and then it puts that doubt back in again, and it's just a roller coaster, So I don't know. I'm very interested to see what happens by Friday, because obviously all they need is probable cause, super low entry. I think all they needed was supposedly his car and supposedly him in the images in the video, and I think that's enough for the judge to be like, yeah, we have a case. Unfortunately,
I want to see that defense attorney that was cracking down on the DNA comeback. I know he's driving everybody nuts, but I loved it.
That was so long. Oh
The
my
judge told him one more question, and it lasted another 2 hours.
he broke the judge. You hear the judge started today. He said, we have time limits on everything now.
Yo,
that was
guy,
insane.
that guy was a professional. He was a professional. Oh my God. I was loving it. Everybody was going nuts. I wanted to see how long it would go.
But they're good though. Like all the defense I've seen so far, people were really questioning if they were like legit or if they were, if they were part of the op or whatever. But so far they all seem good. I gotta take this call real quick. This is Jesse.
Yeah, so the judge clapped back at Novak today. He got pretty
Hold on, I gotta
sassy back. Everybody's taking calls. Hey, hold on. I guess it's just you and I.
I gotta take this call.
Hold on. I'll be right back too. Well, let's see. Should we read some comments here?
Sorry about that. I hit the button on my wife, and then Trigger took the phone and she called again. I'm like, shit, if she's watching, I'm done. Because I'm like, I'm alive. I can't pick up. I actually do have to just step out for 1 second because she just got home and I gotta carry the baby in. I will be right back. I'm sorry, everybody. Guys, send some
That's okay,
Venmos.
your baby's
Support the girls,
important.
and then I'm gonna give some memberships when I get back. They're gonna be random, so don't get mad at me if you don't get one. But we are gonna have an after party. It's gonna be members only. So if you're a member, you're already welcome. If you're not, now could be a good time to support the channel. And like I said, high tide rises all ships. We want it going around. So please support the girls, and I'm gonna give some memberships in 2 minutes.
Yeah, thank you guys. And Basic Niche sent a super chat. I don't know how to pop it up. That Baze is in control of that. But thank you for the super chat. Basic. You want to read some comments, Brandi?
How do I see mine?
You have to go on your YouTube account. this is
Am
this
I
on your
logged in?
YouTube?
I don't even know.
Um,
Our internet's not really working.
yeah. So our internet isn't the best here at our Airbnb, but
Oh, do I just
we can
have to
just-
go to my
you can-
YouTube?
yeah, but you can just reach these. Let's see. Trigger got a call. They abandoned us. We're
I guess we're not that important.
okay. Let's see.
I don't even know. how
Any
to do that.
questions you have about what we saw in court today? Jordan Henshaw. Oh, everybody was saying hi to Jordan. Was Jordan in here?
Wait,
Thank
I
you.
really do have to
Thank
take
you.
a call. Elizabeth Lane's calling me,
Oh,
guys.
oh, you guys. This is so rude. This is absolutely rude.
Hey, I'm on a live right now.
Tell Bays to read the supers.
And
Yeah,
Triggersmart.
he's going to have to
And
do
now
that.
you're on
We're
the
going to
live
have
too.
to wrap up because we need to get to bed so that we can be back
You want me to put you on
In-
speakerphone?
at the.
Elizabeth, say hi to everyone.
Hey everybody, what's up, Bays?
He's not even
Bays
here.
is with his
They-
baby. So it's actually really funny. Bays had to go pick up his baby. Triggersmart's on the phone with Jesse, and then you called me. So now we're all on the phone.
and I'm
Oh
sitting
my
here.
gosh, oh no, poor audience right now.
I
What
know.
are you doing?
Oh my gosh,
Teresa,
Teresa, what's your number? I'll call you.
Please.
We're all on the phone.
Kathy,
funny.
thanks for the super chat. Let's see. What's it? Just
I
found
can
this
take you on
channel.
speaker,
People
though.
on the
What's up?
line think that because we don't think Tyler Robinson pulled the trigger, that we think he is innocent. I think he is involved, just not the one who took his life. Yeah,
Okay.
I agree.
Okay.
You
I'll
know,
call you back.
oh yeah, there's Jordan. Question: Did you
Alright, bye.
actually get any sleep? Asking for Kelly. Are you talking to if that was for Brandi and I? Did we get sleep? No, not a whole lot. 4 hours.
And
He's
we're
still on the
probably gonna
phone?
get-
We're gonna get
Less
about
than
that.
that.
Yeah,
Elizabeth called me, so then I jumped on the phone too. We're all
let's
on
do
the phone.
supers. We like. I don't know if there's we just starting your chat here, but if there are any supers, I just read 2 of them, but we're gonna have to hop off and get some
Yeah,
sleep.
no.
Do
read 'em
do
right.
some winding down and get some
Did I
sleep.
not? I don't
Gotcha.
know. Even I forgot how to do this.
We have Carrie Smith, new member. Thank you very much. And Malloy, I don't give a damn. She has a bunch of episodes on YouTube about the Twigs family. Thank you for letting
Oh,
me
we're
know.
gonna have to catch that.
Yeah, definitely got to do some digging
The
there.
Twigs. She did that like a couple months.
Couple months ago, yeah.
Rachel Owen, FBI test leg fragment. Isn't that analysis banned? I got to look into that. Find that out.
Maybe I
The maladjusted. Did anyone else notice Tyler Robinson's mom, dad, and family friends were all questioned by one FBI and one SBI agent, with the exception of Lance? The first time he was interviewed, it was 2 FBI agents.
Yes, I noticed. Very convenient. And then they were
Oh, now he
hands
kept
off
changing his
after
story
that.
about who.
Well, yeah,
interviewed who.
he had to correct the record.
Rachel Owen, member, thank you very much. We have Darshan Mafia. How did get off a plane and not know where he went? How did? Oh,
Are you
Andrew
talking about
Colvett?
Blake Neff?
Maybe Blake from the.
Because Blake was
the-
saying, I don't know where we went.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Well, because he on the X Space, he was like, who asked him that? Was it Diligent? Maybe
I can't remember.
They were asking, did you leave the hotel at all? And he was like, I don't know, maybe. So where'd you go? I don't know. How do you not
Maybe
know
I,
what
maybe
you
I
did
stepped out the hotel
on
room.
September 10th? Like
Yeah.
how like
I know,
a
it's
day
so
like that
wild.
traumatic, you would know what happened.
Yeah.
You would know.
I agree. We got Darsh again. Venmo post Cash App link.
I don't have a
Right, yeah.
Cash App link, but thank you so much.
Basic niche, $20. Much love and thanks for being there. Thank you very much. We got
Good to see
Darsh
you,
again.
Basic.
Everything he said, he might be saying in a mirror. We got Dale in the building. The only way a woman would herself like that is if she completely lost her shit in a fit of hysteria. That's a fact. And also, TPUSA is scattering like cockroaches now. Great job, Angels. I think Dale has been listening to a little
Thank
bit
you.
of Elizabeth Lane. What do you think? She's like those cockroaches. I love her. Darsh, $5. Andrew
Guess
should
what?
have a sit down with Baron. Baron would dog walk him. Yo, could you imagine a Baron Coleman, Andrew Colvin
That would
interview?
be an episode you would not want to miss.
Definitely. Darsh, that 100% two different people with nose alone.
Yeah. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And then we got Kathy Madsen. Just found this channel. People online think that because we don't think Tyler Robinson pulled the trigger, that we think he's innocent. I think he is involved, just not the one who took his life. I agree with that. I think that he
Me
was
too.
involved to some capacity. I don't think he's completely innocent. I don't believe he's guilty of pulling the trigger and committing murder. But we also don't know if he was in some sort of other trouble, like how he got roped into this. If he was complicit with the plan the whole time, or if he was involved with something else and they said, listen, like you're going to do this or else. And now here he is.
Hey, Bates, you got some people asking for the Discord link.
Oh, the Discord link.
So drop it in chat.
I'll do that. I'll get
What
that.
Discord link?
My Discord.
Top secret.
You're not on my Discord?
I don't really
I
go
don't
on
have
Discord.
Discord.
There's too many apps on the internet. It's overwhelming.
I don't trust Discord. I've heard too
I
many
do
bad
have
things about
Discord.
it.
I just don't really check it ever.
Yeah, so Jesse just said, like I said in the message, he was in the middle of the Palm Beach Pete interview and he asked a certain question, and then the whole like feeling changed between the, like
Really?
yeah, it changed, and then all of a sudden, pew, the stream just cut out.
Wait, he
Done. And
interviewed
said,
No
Palm
way.
Beach
What did he ask
What
him?
happened?
yeah, like partway through the interview, he asked a certain question. I'm not gonna. I'll let him say that. He'll probably say it in a video or something. But he asked a question, and then things just changed, and then it like glitched out and stopped and just shut down. The whole stream just shut off.
Really?
Yep.
Wow, that's
Crazy.
weird. That's weird. If that really happened. We got M. Malloy, $5. Girls, Jack P said videos in court are much clearer than on a live stream. What's your take on that? Do you think that the videos in court are much more clear than what we were seeing?
I don't think so. It looks about the same. It's not like it's crystal clear. Because we're watching on a monitor there too. It's not. I would say that's not true.
No.
Not true. Debunked.
No.
Debunked? Officially
I think
debunked?
It's about this.
Debunked.
I think it's.
Are you
about
saying
the
that
same.
Jack Posobiec is full of shit?
He is full
Ooh,
of
guess
shit.
who I met today?
Wow,
I
and
met
she
Jack
cursed.
Posobiec's brother.
Guys,
he
I
full of
do
shit
have
too?
a potty mouth, I promise.
No, I actually like Jack Posobiec's brother. His name's Kevin. Met him briefly today. He's actually really funny and he's really cool. He went up to me and Billy and he was like, well, first I think he thought we were on Erica's side. He was like, oh, are you guys here to support? And I was like, well, support who? And we were like, we don't believe that Tyler pulled the trigger. We don't think he acted alone. He was like, oh, okay. And we were like, yeah, we think there's a lot more to the story. We think there's a lot more people involved. And he just said, you know what? That's totally fine. Charlie believed in the First Amendment, right? As do I, as should everyone. Everyone's entitled to their own opinion. So I respect your guys' opinion. And we kind of were just joking around. And I don't say we became friends, but we followed each other on X. And I was like, can I post a photo of you? He's like, yeah, as long as you say I'm the better looking Posobiec. And I was like, that's fine. I'm gonna I'm like, I'll post a photo of you and call you the better looking Posobiec.
Yeah, that's exactly what an op would do. They go up to you, they get your opinion, and then they classify you, and then they act like they're your friend, and then they go back and they tell TPUSA like they're definitely against us. Watch these fuckers right here.
Well, I'm pretty damn sure that everyone already knows that I'm against them, so I wasn't that worried about it.
I don't know.
So much for the Lucy Lou spy games. They're gonna see you coming a mile away. Case, new member.
They already
Thank you very
know
much.
that I'm here.
Cassidy Creations, a new old member returning. Good to see you.
New
here.
old member. You just
Welcome
called her
back.
old.
No. Former member that
She's newly
is
old.
now back. Might have had a gift membership before.
Hey, Brandi, how are those donations looking?
Let's look.
Can you see it?
Let's see how you guys are doing.
Yeah, I just want to say, like, for everybody, all the viewers, I've seen this. Behind the scenes, we talk to each other, right? Like different creators, and I keep seeing this thing that people will follow somebody, and then someone will like find some new information and change their mind or change their theory or like have some new thoughts about something, and all of a sudden they're like, oh, they're a sellout, they're an op, they're this, they're that,
Yeah.
and then they turn their back on them. Like,
Yeah, I don't have a theory. I just analyze everything I can and just create data points, and I just put them out there, and I entertain different theories. Why, you guys want to hear my theory? Well, I already told you one.
Of
Like-
course.
All right.
Like the
so
theory
one,
that
one is that the deep state
Tyler
killed him.
Robinson was there to plant the gun.
hey, Bays, you got some memberships.
Oh, that was me. I
We,
gifted
we
him.
had two people
I told
donate
her- I
to me
told
and
her-
Teresa too.
Yeah.
Thanks
Thank you for
too.
the donation.
Thanks,
It was good-
Dale
it was good faith.
and
I said that-
Kelly.
I said they take care of the girls. I was going to take care of them so that we get some new faces in the after party later. But
Teresa
one
and I got $30 each. Thank you.
Nice. But yeah, I think that either the deep state offed him, or, and I know that this is the really, really, really unpopular one, or Charlie was in legitimate danger and Trump staged it to get him out. I will not take that off the table.
Those are
You think he's
opposites.
still alive?
No, it's just a theory. I think there's a chance he's still alive. I genuinely
See,
do.
I
think
completely
that there's
disagree
enough
with that because
anomalies.
I don't think that Charlie Kirk would let someone be executed to save himself. That's not Charlie Kirk's character at
Or
all.
suffer through years of being in jail and trial, even if they don't.
I would
Well,
bet
let-
my
let- let
life
me ask
on
you
it.
this.
Public too.
Do you think Epstein offed himself in jail?
Epstein is not Charlie Kirk. Charlie Kirk's
No,
a good
no,
person. Epstein
no.
was a shitty ass person.
No. I'm not making the comparison with Charlie Kirk. I'm making the comparison with Tyler Robinson. If you can't just stage part of it and not the rest, then the whole
Oh,
thing.
like
would
you
be-
think
and
maybe
seeing
they're
how
gonna
this case is
off
falling
Tyler
apart-
and Tyler's gonna live too?
Yeah, go to Witsec. Who is this kid? What's he doing? You know, Lance is getting a bag of money with his family, and he's off. We don't know what's real. We don't even listen.
Charlie and Tyler
seeing
just gonna live in New
images.
Zealand together.
No, but we're seeing images of somebody that's in custody that we don't even know for sure is Tyler Robinson. Just because they're saying that he's going to get life in jail and get the death penalty doesn't mean that that's going to happen. And
All right, now
again,
let me
I'm
ask
not pushing that theory. I'm just saying it is a possibility.
Now, let me ask you this, playing devil's advocate. So say they show all this stuff, we go to trial, they show proof definitively that he did it, and maybe Lance is involved or not. What's going to be your mindset?
You
Or
have to
people
explain every
spent
anomaly.
a year. People have spent a year saying that it wasn't him. So what if we find out it was? I'm just saying, like, if.
But you
that's the
still have to explain every anomaly. And I know a lot, like there was a lot of talk about hand signals and some were kind of hyped up, but that damn flood hand signal, that was a hand signal. Brian
Do that
Harpole
again,
did
Brandi.
distance himself.
It's a spy
Yeah,
move.
Brandi, you want to do it again?
But he's a bad
No,
spy.
no,
Dan Flood's a
no,
bad
you-
spy. I'm a good spy.
Do you know what that symbol means? Do you know what that symbol means? I found this out
Just like
recently.
What does it
means-
mean?
It means fuck Zios.
Oh, does it? Does
Yes.
it, Vase?
Yes.
Thanks. I didn't know that. I didn't learn that in
Yes.
spy school.
There was a soccer player that got banned for 5 games for doing it after scoring a goal because it was offensive.
Really?
Yes. So, like I said, you have to explain every single anomaly to make sense, from the 30-06 to if it wasn't a 30 you like it all has to be explained. You
Mhm.
can't just like, okay, well, this makes sense and this makes sense, but then you got all this other stuff that just still makes absolutely no sense, because then I can't trust it. Like, I can believe that Tyler Robinson killed Charlie Kirk with the 30-06, but everything has to be explained. Does that make sense?
Well, like Love Heals OG, she says, or he, I'm sorry, I don't know if you're man or woman. If they had it, they would have shown it. Why wouldn't they? I mean, that's the thing about all this is they're both sides have to show just like the prosecution has to show just enough to show probable cause and not give away all their cards, while defense has to same thing. They have to try to get this case dismissed while not showing all their cards, because when they go to trial, they have to save those things so they can battle and see who's going to win that. So, like I said, all these videos and things and all the evidence, like Bayes is talking about, I have to see every anomaly covered. I mean, none of that stuff's going to come out until trial. So we're gonna have to be patient. This could be a year or more. This could be a couple of years out.
Oh, this is going to be a new JFK thing. No matter what comes out, like, and just because enough evidence comes out to convince all of us what happened, what about the rest of America? There are going to be a lot of people, one way or another, that is going to think that it's bullshit. And that's why I'm like transparent, because I have been back and forth in different things, but I've never I've never been like, okay, this is who did it. This is how they did it. It's like, I don't know. Anybody who's telling you that they do like to the T is, I don't know. I don't think you could do that at this stage. There's just too many moving parts. There's too many variables. There's too much weird stuff that went on. We definitely need more. And I'm hoping that we get it at trial. I don't think we're gonna. Matt, do you think that we're gonna get enough at trial for you to really be confident in what happened?
I have to see it. I have to see what
So,
they
like
have.
I said, this is my first hearing I've ever been to, first trial. I mean, I know we're not in trial, but isn't there a possibility that there's not going to be enough evidence to even bring it to trial? I don't think that's going to happen, but is that a possibility?
This is going to trial. This one is going to trial. That's one thing that I'm sure of.
But just in normal court cases, is that kind of how this works? Is if there's not enough evidence and they say we can't even really take this to trial?
Yeah, in a normal court case, if you're going from lone shooter to 4 people in the car that night and 2 different cars and all this weird stuff, yeah, in a normal case, it might not make it to trial.
Mm-hmm.
And they're leaning so hard. Like the fact they're leaning that hard with the DNA when we know it's subjective. Like when they say, oh, it's 95% Tyler Robinson, it's like, no, it's not. No, it's not. It's like playing video games. Girls, I know you probably don't play a lot of sports, but Matt, I think I brought this up yesterday. Like if you're doing some type of like simulation mode in a sports game and you build a team and you simulate it 10 times, you're not going to get the same record all 10 times. You know what I mean? Yeah. And that's kind of like how it is with the DNA. They ran it multiple times and they said, this is the one that we're picking. Trust me, bro. That's exactly what happened.
Now, Bayes, we love you. We're all exhausted. We all need to go to bed.
Yes.
We have to start real early.
We got 2 more.
You have to start early too. So you're going to be dragging out tomorrow.
Wait. What time do I got to start tomorrow?
It's going to be where you're East Coast. So it's going to be 10:30. Yeah, 10:30 in the morning.
Bro, I got this. I'm good. I'll be there 10:25. 10:20.
I wish I didn't have to sleep.
Is it going to be another 9.5 hours though?
At least.
I wanna like go on Bayes and talk about the X space, but I'm so tired. I don't know if I can.
Yes.
It doesn't have to be a one-off. And you guys are welcome anytime. You got to remember these X spaces happen every night.
Every day.
So the next time there's like a juicy X space, instead of just going in there and doing the good cop, bad cop, you could come into my chat and maybe we won't even make it members only. Maybe we'll just live stream it and just be able to commentate and have fun. And then it'll be like prank phone calls. We'll go like one at a time, see if they can. That's what makes it fun with members only. Because if it's public, there's a better chance of them finding out. I got to make a troll account. I got to make a troll X account. You know what I was going to do? And I'll wrap it up on this. I was going to make a fake Blake Bednar's account. And I was going to start going on people's spaces and impersonating him saying that Charlie's alive. Because he gets so mad when people say that.
That's happening on YouTube.
What if he's
I get super chats all the time from fake Erica Kirk, fake Blake Bednar's. There's a bunch of them. But hey, Jordan says, yeah, another 9 to 10 hours. Don't go to sleep. Jordan's been doing this. He's been burning on both ends too. So, I mean, everybody's feeling it this week. It's rough.
All right, let's read these last 2 and then we'll wrap it up. All right, we got Stacy Noble Bayes. I was loving the DNA breakdown yesterday like you were. Light them up, guys. Love all of you. Well, we love you too. Thank you very much. And then the last one is Dale again. Even more people and mainstream and the prosecution said he did it. If they throw a Hail Mary and it is Tyler Robinson, fine. but the evidence, metadata, etc., has to support that, and I will be sad too. I mean, listen, at the end of the day, if you want justice, you don't want Tyler Robinson to get off. You know, like people joke around from time to time, free Tyler Robinson. Like, no, we don't want this guy free. We just want the truth.
I just
And
want to
I'll end it
know
there.
how he was involved. That's
Yeah.
all, you know.
Hey, Baze, can you
Okay.
drop that?
And I don't think that he deserves the death penalty. I'll just say that. If he didn't take
If
the
he didn't
shot,
take the shot.
if he didn't know what he was getting involved in, if he was, I don't know, brainwashed through some type of MK Ultra shit, or if he was manipulated into dropping evidence somewhere, yes, he's involved. But does he deserve to be put to death for something he didn't know that he was getting involved in? No.
Yeah.
All right.
I don't really believe in the death penalty unless someone's hurting kids. If they're hurting kids, then yeah. But other than that, I think that, you know, for the most part, let people just sit in jail. But that's my take. But yeah, like I said, I want the truth. Guys, tell everybody where to find you.
YouTube.
I'm at YouTube at Teresa Better Life on YouTube, Instagram, X.
Everywhere.
I'm Brandi Siciliani on YouTube, X, Instagram, TikTok. Yeah.
And guys, if you're already following me, we'll be tagging them in a lot of content over the next 2 weeks and the duration, however long this trial takes. And if you're not following
Forever.
me, it's at RealBayes on Instagram and on X. And like I always say, guys, be kind, be grateful, do something nice for somebody, and members only live in 10 minutes. Thank you very much.
See you again
Have a good
soon.
night.